that we normally look at when we are trying to determine whether or not contempt is going to be ushered into the conversation is whether or not there's been substantial compliance, and what it means to actually look like you have substantially complied. It means that you're taking reasonable steps to follow a court order, that you're acting in good faith, and typically that serves as a defense. So if we are still crafting the parameters of said subpoena, for instance, my colleague, Mr. Walkinshaw, just asked whether or not this would be limited to the Epstein subject matter. For me, if they responded at all, then there is some sort of compliance, which they did. They didn't just throw the bird. They didn't just say, forget it. But more importantly, I just want to point out that we are living in an age of hypocrisy, because my other colleague just pointed out that Mr. Perry sits here and somehow sits in judgment of others. Frankly, that is what people are kind of getting annoyed by, is the hypocrisy, because Mr. Perry still has an outstanding subpoena that was never complied with. In addition to that, he talked about we need to care for the victims. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, and I will yield my time. But I don't believe that Mr. Perry ever signed off on the discharge petition in the first place. So I don't know if he is just doing what he believes is politically expedient. But I will tell you this. I refuse to be a puppet, because Democrats tend to be of goodwill. We always want to do the right thing. We are always trying to follow the rules and follow the law. Unfortunately, we are living with an administration that does not care. We just want some type of parity. So, for instance, we all want to hear from President Clinton. If for some reason you said, we will give you, say, Pam Bondi, and then we've got President Clinton with it, or say maybe President Trump and President Clinton, two presidents, because we know that both presidents actually had a relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. But what looks political and looks like one can get away with everything, especially since that's what the Supreme Court has stated, that's why it looks like it's just gamesmanship. You only care about following the rules so long as you can invoke those rules on what is typically perceived as your political enemies. This is why we are falling apart in this country. We are supposed to be about checks and balances. It should not matter whether or not you're associated with the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, independent, or whomever, whether you're rich, whether you're poor, whether you're middle class, whether you're a Black immigrant or whatever. But it seems like we only have a political agenda in this committee, and that's why everything goes off the rails. You only love law enforcement when they're going after Black, brown, immigrants, that kind of folk, right? But on January 6th, you didn't care about law enforcement because they still don't have their plaques up. We continue to do the right thing and say, yes, apply the rules equally across the board. And then y'all play in our faces and you only apply it to one side. I am asking for one commitment, and then I will yield to the ranking member. Mr. Chair, will you commit to me, as the chair of probably the most important committee in this Congress, especially in this moment where people are concerned about the level of corruption that exists within this committee, will you promise me that you are good for doing whatever is right and following the evidence, no matter who is on the other side of that evidence?
Yes, and that is why I subpoenaed the estate. And we had no idea what was, nobody knew. Nobody knew
I
what was in the estate documents. And I, without hesitation, subpoenaed the estate. We've subpoenaed the Department of Justice.
And that's where we got the birthday letter. We subpoenaed the estate. Hold on, Mr.
Subpoena. Right.
Okay, we got the birthday letter, but we can't just get the evidence and then not follow up on the evidence that we actually get. I will relinquish the rest of my time to the chair.
Thank you. I just want to just really clarify one. Thank you very much, Representative Crockett. Just to back to Mr. Walkinshaw's point, I think it's important to clarify that in communication, Mr. Chair, with your team and the back and forth with the emails, the Clinton team made it clear that they wanted to answer questions about Epstein, but that was not something that your team agreed to.
Child, what are these people doing? I'm so confused. I'm gonna need y'all's help. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm gonna need y'all's help. But I saw her come on, so that's why I came on. I know I'm a little bit early, but at the same time, a little bit late, but I'm here now. Shout out to y'all. Hey there, besties. Y'all gotta help me. I'm trying to figure this shit out because I'm so confused. I thought that the Clintons were supposed to be testifying. I ain't seen hide nor hair of them. Just a bunch of people talking. Just a bunch of people running off at the mouth, and ain't nobody saying nothing. Ain't nobody saying nothing. On one channel is these people. On another channel, it's a whole different. And everybody is live. Then there's this one too.
We'll pass this resolution here, and then if sufficient people sign the discharge petition, then it will come out. And it's my understanding there is a significant difference in the resolution that we.
Who are these people? Who is this? Dr. Umar is a pookie. Who is this? Somebody did change their name, child. Shout out to Dr. Umar said. Dr. Umar said, Lord have mercy, help your people. Anyway, who the hell is this lady? Miss Fox, the chairwoman. This one says, Trump Epstein files confirmation. White House Chief of Staff addresses past ties Bondi. What is going on? I don't understand. I don't understand. Shout out to y'all. Hit the like button before we subscribe if you are new. All right. So I thought that the Clintons was supposed to be testifying because they agreed to testify, right? All I've seen for the last 5 hours is a bunch of white people just sit up here and just yap. Then Jasmine Crockett came through and she had nothing to say. What is going on? What is going on? But I thought the Clintons were supposed to be testifying. I mean, how much talking do they need to do? Get something done. You know what I'm saying? I can't take it. This is crazy. And these pictures of this damn Jeffrey Epstein stuff. Now, who knows what's real and what's not now with AI, okay? CNN has been on for a while. It says since February the 3rd. Hold on, let me take y'all over here to CNN, child. I need help. I need y'all to help me. I need y'all to help me.
Photos as part of the latest batch. One victim was quoted as saying that the news of that imagery being public was extremely disturbing. The Times now reports, quote, officials have largely removed or redacted the images that the Times flagged for them. Removed or redacted the images that the Times flagged for them. Reopening those old wounds comes as the Deputy Attorney General says the DOJ does not expect to charge anyone else in connection with the Epstein investigation. He says the evidence has failed.
If they ain't charging nobody else, then what's the point in doing all this?
Failed to meet standards for prosecution and told Fox News this.
Remember when everybody just kept saying, oh, this is a distraction from the Epstein files. Everything's a distraction from the Epstein files. All right, so now they're out. Now what? They still distracting. They over there running off at the damn mouth. Ain't nobody doing nothing but yapping. I can't take it. I can't take it.
As you know, it is not a crime to party with Mr. Epstein. And so as horrible as it's not a crime to email with Mr. Epstein. And some of these men may have done horrible things. And if we have evidence that allows us to prosecute them, you better believe we will. But it's also the kind of thing that the American people need to understand, that it isn't a crime to party with Mr. Epstein.
Then it isn't a crime to party with Diddy. Thank you, boo. She said they're doing closed door depositions, won't see him. Well, that's some bullshit. I want to see him. I want to see what they got to say. They could tell us anything. Lord have mercy. That sucks. All right. Well, thanks for letting me know.
President Trump initially resisted releasing the files, and now he says the Justice Department needs to move on.
Have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. And in fact, if you look at the DOJ, they announced, they released 3 million pages. It's like this is all they're supposed to be doing. And frankly, the DOJ, I think, should just say, we have other things to do, because that whole thing has turned out, other than Bill Clinton and, Bill Gates and lots of people that there are a lot of questions about it, but nothing on me.
Survivors are outraged after
He said, there's a lot of stuff out there, but nothing on me. He made sure he said that quick. Not me, child. Not me.
learning that some of their names were exposed in the latest release, and they claim their alleged abusers remain hidden due to flawed redactions.
This is a victim statement. The only thing that was supposed to be redacted was her name. So this is clearly protecting someone, something, many things. And so to stand on that podium and say, well, you know, there's no names here, and to hear for months now, there's nothing in this, there's no reason, but then there should be no reason to have a black page. If there's nothing there, then what are you redacting?
Is the DOJ going to step up and investigate this? Because these are serious allegations. And if we can't turn to the government to help us and the DOJ, then who will?
And we have this just into CNN. Our Linigiokas has just had a chance to ask a member of the British royal family about the Epstein files. Here's what Prince Edward had to say.
It's all really important always to remember the victims and who are the victims in all this.
Like Opie.
Absolutely.
A lot of victims in this.
And it looks like there will be more consequences to come in the UK from these latest Epstein disclosures. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer is urging the former Prince Andrew to testify before Congress. He appears to be shown in photos like these in the latest release of files, in addition to previous claims of abuse in connection to Epstein. The former prince has repeatedly denied all allegations of wrongdoing and said he never witnessed or suspected any of the behavior that Epstein was accused of. Meanwhile,
so everybody was all good in the hood at the end of the day. Well, I heard the same thing, because if they didn't bring it out, what difference does it make now? Now, of course, it's going to be a big deal. Trump must be hiding something, even though a second ago they just said just because you partied with him and just because you had an email with him doesn't mean that you were doing something wrong, except for when it's Donald Trump, of course, y'all. Don't forget that. I'm pretty sure that's how this is going to go. But Bill Gates?
Peter Mandelson has resigned from the Labour Party after being mentioned in the latest files. Mandelson was the UK ambassador to Washington, but was fired last year due to his ties to Epstein. He's now facing calls from Starmer and others to retire from the House of Lords. For more on the latest...
Retire from the House of Lords? Fire his ass. What are we talking about?
This Epstein files release from CNN's Tom Foreman.
I didn't see it myself, but I was told by some very important people that not only does it absolve me, it's the opposite of what people were hoping.
The newly released documents do contain a list compiled last year by the FBI of unproven allegations that President Donald Trump committed sexual assault, including one woman saying he raped her when she was just 13. That same woman sued Trump in 2016 over the claims, but dropped the lawsuits shortly after bringing them. In another section, one of Jeffrey Epstein's victims...
Child, why do these two, in all of the pictures, allegedly, that I feel like there's something going on between the two of them? They're I don't know, they look like they're married sometimes or in a deep relationship, and then you hear that she's the one that was supplying, you know what I mean? All this is weird. Shout out to White People Wednesday. White people! Oh, got some explaining to do.
Department of this, the Times said officials have largely removed or redacted the images, and the DOJ says it's working around the clock to address any victim concerns and additional redactions, which raises a subject many skeptics still want better explained. What exactly were the Department of Justice rules for all of these redactions specifically? And could there be other information the public ought to know hiding behind those redactions, or in the documents we haven't yet been able...
Oh, Lord, you're boring me, sir. It's a lot going on. All right, so the Clintons are behind closed doors. Of course, Trump said that he ain't got nothing to do with it. What would we expect, right? What would we expect him to say, right? But they just said that this dude, because I had a video of it from CNN. Maybe this is what we was just looking at. Epstein files rock UK. Yeah, it looks like they got more issues with the UK than they do the USA. Last minute deal strikes a last minute as the Clintons strike a last minute deal to testify.
States Peter Mandelson is resigning from the upper house of parliament over his ties to the late sex offender. Even more stunning, one British royal is calling out another. Prince Edward did not directly mention his older brother Andrew, who has been stripped of his royal title over his Epstein ties, but listen to Edward's comments to CNN at a summit today.
I'm not sure this is the audience that is probably the least bit interested in that. So they all came here to listen to about education solving the future. But no, I think it's really important always to remember the victims and who are the victims in all this.
Andrew is facing more scrutiny after the latest document drop revealed this photo of him on the floor with an unidentified woman or girl. And the photographs at this point do not suggest any wrongdoing. Andrew has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing, but obviously a lot of questions raised here. CNN royal correspondent Max Foster is with us now from London. Max, give us the latest on the fallout where you are.
I mean, I don't like that picture just because I don't like it, but does that mean that he was doing something wrong? Is that the worst picture? Okay, because clearly I can't bring any pictures up. And going over on Twitter, you can basically find whatever you want to find, but then at the same time, you don't know what was altered. You know what I'm saying? So have y'all seen any pictures, and are they that bad? And can I guess you tell that it's a kid or not? You know what I mean? Is it a kid or not? That's really the question. Not saying that no one could be trafficked, right? From that time. What? I don't understand. This is crazy.
Well, we've got lots of reports about Sarah Ferguson, Prince Andrew's ex-wife, but they were living together for a very long time, and she had lots of relationships with Epstein as well, coming out through these files. So, for example, she's talking about not having £20,000 for rent. She was desperate to get hold of that. So a very deep relationship there, much bigger than we thought. Here in the UK, the focus is much more on the former UK ambassador to the US, Peter Mandelson, because that has really roller coastered today. Initially, we heard a statement from the Speaker of the House. He read out a statement effectively from Peter Mandelson, who's a member of the House of Lords. Let's just have a listen to that.
My Lords, given the public interest and for the convenience of the House.
Would you like somebody to go around calling you my lords? My lords.
I've decided to inform the House that the Clerk of the Parliament has today received notification from Lord Mandelson of his intention to retire from the House, effective from 4th February. I will formally notify this to the House tomorrow in the usual way.
So he leaves the House of Lords, he keeps his title of Lord, but in an extraordinary move, the Prime Minister has introduced legislation tonight calling for his title to be stripped from him too. Why? This is because there were correspondence in the Epstein files between Epstein and Mandelson, which suggests that Mandelson, as business secretary under Prime Minister Gordon Brown, was leaking internal government information, market-sensitive information, which Epstein could have used to make money, effectively. And the
so they was doing what is it called? Oh God, y'all, what is it called when you give what Martha Stewart was convicted of? Insider trading. Sounds like they's doing more insider trading, maybe too. He giving up all the tape over there in England. UK is suffering more than the US.
Government launched an investigation, very quickly found correspondence which they were alarmed about. They've sent that to the police. Gordon Brown sent correspondence to the police as well. And tonight, in the last half hour, we've heard the British police are now investigating Peter Mandelson, the first criminal investigation coming out of this latest drop of Epstein files.
That is quite the bombshell. Max Foster, thank you so much for the latest there. Former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton have reached a deal to testify in the House investigation of Jeffrey Epstein. The agreement means they will avoid a contempt of Congress vote. Sources telling CNN the Clintons will be deposed on February 26th and 27th, but they've added a new twist.
Oh, well, I guess that's the reason why. So it's not until the end of the damn month. Why are they rioting in Italy over this? What's the riot in Italy for?
They want to answer the Oversight Committee's questions in a public hearing. It's not clear if the Republican chair, Congressman James Comer, will...
Yeah, we want a public hearing. I agree.
...accept that request. President Clinton has never been accused of any wrongdoing with Epstein, and his spokesman has said Clinton denies knowing of Epstein's crimes and cut off their relationship before...
He not denying knowing about his crimes when the man was already convicted beforehand. Child, these people just be saying anything.
...where they came to light. Last night, the Deputy Attorney General once again signaled there will likely be no further criminal charges stemming from the Epstein files.
It is not a crime to party with Mr. Epstein. And so as horrible as it's not a crime to email with Mr. Epstein. And some of these men may have done horrible things. And if we have evidence that allows us to prosecute them, you better believe we will. But it's also the kind of thing that...
Oh, you heard him, just men. It's only men. These men may have done horrible things, even though it seems to be a lot of women that was down there, allegedly.
That the American people need to understand that it isn't a crime to party with Mr. Epstein.
Let's bring in Sarah Fitzpatrick of The Atlantic, an investigative reporter who has covered Jeffrey Epstein extensively. And
yeah, release the files. So they've been released. Well, allegedly not all of them. Yeah, these people that want them released, they ain't reading them anyway. You know, people don't read.
And just first, what is your reaction there to what we heard from Todd Blanche? And what are survivors telling you about it?
I mean, I think it's really hard to square what Todd Blanche is saying there versus what he has spent money on for the Justice Department of taking hundreds and hundreds of attorneys to review these documents, to work overtime. Like, if there's no likely to be no.
I'm not about to sit here and listen to her. I don't even know who she is. Let me go over here to, we already know about Mendelsohn. I thought it was somebody else. No, that's it. All right, so they still over here running off at the mouth, just talking. Do they ever do anything besides run off at the mouth? Sheesh. Anyway, all right, white people, that's your start tonight. What is good? They're really rioting about pizza in Italy? Are you serious? Or y'all playing? Because I don't know. I didn't hear anything. It could quite possibly be something. I don't know. Now here we go with StreamYard. Anyway. Summer, I think arrest will be made for midterm damage. Okay. Maybe. All right, y'all. Moving on, y'all. Moving on. I'm going to need somebody to answer for this. White people, what is going on here? Help me understand what is going on here. Oh, okay. Who is responsible for who? 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 Bueller. White people, what is going on? Then she over here delivering y'all's DoorDash. Mine too. Over here delivering my Instacart. And this is what we doing? This is what we doing? I wonder if she still keeps the job. Well, look, at least she didn't put her hand in the food. Shiloh said, I don't claim her. At least she didn't put her hand in the food, I guess. I guess we can say fix for some things, okay? But y'all, what is wrong with people, y'all? What is wrong with people? Oh, goodness gracious. We got to get into to that for sure. Oh, that reminds me. I got to get this Melinda Gates stuff because child, she out here telling without telling. But anyway, who's responsible for her? Come get her. Just come get her. Anyway, moving on. Anyway, over here, it says, you know that there's some white woman that lives at home with her mom and dad still, but she's now the mayor. Is she the mayor or the governor? And she's the mayor of Seattle, Katie Wilson. Meet Seattle's newest mayor, Katie Wilson, whose first major move was ordering police to stop arresting people for open drug use. Anybody live in Seattle? Anybody in Seattle, Bueller? So she's just the West Coast Ma'am Danby. She over there and he over here. Let's see how these two cities go now that they have these two socialist mayors that don't believe in consequences for anything. I'm sure it's going to be a wonderful time.
Being noticed by the President of the United States, who called me a very, very liberal / communist mayor. It's nice. It's nice to feel seen. That's all I'm going to say about that. And earlier this month, we launched our transition team. I had the honor of being noticed by the President of the United States.
I wonder how much fraud is going to be going on there. Somebody commented, rest in peace, Seattle. This is your death. Seattle is cooked. Bye, Seattle. You thought things were bad now. Well, now you are gone. We used to cover Portland, remember, yeah? We used to cover Portland and Seattle because they had all this crime, homelessness. People were just living outside of people's houses. It was dirty. It was funky. It was all the things, right? And I guess they was all right with it. So now they said, oh, we need free stuff. So then they went ahead and got Katie here. And now she's the female equivalent to Ma'am Danby just over on the West Coast. So we have to make sure, now Seattle's been cooked for around 15 years. So we have to make sure that we follow her. She lives at home. She's never run anything. But all you got to do is get out here clearly in the world and say that you'll give everybody free stuff. And that's all that that's all that matters. Nobody has to have any experience anymore. No one has to have done anything. They can just say, I'm good. That's it. And then that's it. And that's okay. I'm confused. And yet I'm not. Because people are lazy. And they think everybody should give them something. Then the shit don't work out. Then they're going to blame whoever. Not themselves, but whoever. And she doesn't want to investigate the fraud. Yeah. She's like, there's no need to investigate the fraud. And then as soon as Trump says he's not sending no federal money, then it will be, oh my God, he's racist. Anyway, I don't understand. Moving on to this stuff with Savannah Guthrie's mother, y'all. I don't understand. So I think she's on NBC morning show, and her mom is missing, allegedly kidnapped. What is going on in the United States, y'all? You can't hear this because it's stupid ass. Oh my God. Fucking StreamYard. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Sick of this shit. My bad.
Possible new clue in the search for the mother of Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie this morning. Authorities are looking into whether a ransom note sent to a local TV station there in Arizona is legitimate. Jonathan Vigliotti spoke with the Pima County Sheriff, who said they felt compelled to share the note with Guthrie's family.
The thousands of tips that you get, you don't show everything.
Well, no, because some of them just don't have any.
This
rose to the level. Sure does. It's more threatening. You guys asked, was there any threats? This was pretty threatening.
Jared Hill joins me here in studio now. He's been following this heartbreaking case since it broke. Jared, what more do we know?
Errol, investigators said that they had hoped to keep this purported ransom note under wraps, at least until TMZ reported they too received what seems to be a ransom note. While the legitimacy is still a question, investigators say that they're taking this.
So they sent a ransom note to a bunch of different people. What the hell?
Every piece.
And why would you send it to TMZ?
With evidence seriously as they search for Nancy Guthrie.
We don't know where she is.
Critical questions as the search for Nancy Guthrie, mom of Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie, stretches into a fourth day.
We do believe that Nancy was taken from her home against her will.
Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos confirms to CBS News an apparent ransom note sent to a local TV station is now a part of the investigation. In it, specific details about the 84-year-old's home and what she was wearing the night she went missing, but he would not confirm its authenticity.
It's like any piece of evidence. You give it to us. You give us a lead. We're going to look at every aspect of that lead and work it as a lead.
TMZ says it also received a note demanding millions of dollars in Bitcoin, forwarding it to the sheriff. This, as CBS News cameras captured what appears to be a small amount of blood outside of Nancy Guthrie's house. Nanos says a little bit of blood was found inside the home as well.
We've submitted all kinds of samples for DNA, and we've gotten some back, but nothing to indicate any suspects.
The FBI is assisting, conducting interviews and analyzing local cell phone data. The agency also asking for the public's help.
Every lead and tip is important. We are aggressively pursuing and looking into every single one.
As the search continues, the sheriff says he does not believe the broader community is in danger. The sheriff also says surveillance video hasn't yielded any clues yet. They're trying to recover any possible footage that might have auto-deleted. Meanwhile, yesterday, President Trump said he is planning on calling Savannah Guthrie, describing the situation, Errol, as terrible.
Yeah. All right, Jared, thank you very much. For more on what investigators might be looking into, we're joined now by Doug Coons, founder and CEO of Veracity, and a former special agent and super...
Yeah, I'm not listening to him. This is the most up-to-date from today from ABC News. It says new clues in Nancy Guthrie's disappearance as urgent search continues, child.
Search continues this morning for Nancy Guthrie, the mother of Today Show anchor Savannah Guthrie.
The 84-year-old was reported missing from her home in Tucson, Arizona on Sunday.
Yeah, Eyewitness News reporter Shayla Gerardin joining us live in the news.
Oh, she was in Arizona? Oh, no. How far away is Tucson away from Scottsdale?
Newsroom with the latest details. Shayla.
Yes, right now authorities are investigating several ransom notes, one of which was sent to our affiliate in Tucson. Of course, a big concern right now is Nancy's health. She relies on medication that she needs to take every day, and Nancy hasn't been seen since Saturday night. This morning, authorities are reviewing possible ransom notes as part of the investigation into 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. The sheriff says he believes Guthrie was abducted from her bed. Our affiliate in Tucson reports it received one of the ransom notes and sent it to law enforcement. Officials are now investigating if the notes are legitimate.
We're looking at all the leads.
And we're now hearing police dispatch audio.
Nancy, a white female, 84 years of age, 5 million build, Colorado Blue.
with authorities concerned at the moment about Nancy Guthrie's health.
Nancy has high blood pressure, pacemaker, and cardiac issues.
Guthrie relies on medication left behind at the house, the sheriff saying 24 hours without it could be fatal. DNA samples collected at the home were confirmed to belong to Guthrie, but officials have not confirmed if they were blood. The FBI assisting in the search, conducting interviews, and analyzing electronics.
If there's any
Didn't this just become a story? Isn't there something about somebody just said it a second ago, her brother-in-law or something that might have something to do with it? I'm trying to see if I can find something on the New York Post. But y'all, this story is crazy. They just came in the house and got this lady.
indication that she had communications with somebody prior, maybe somebody texted her. I understand she also has a pacemaker that does connect with Wi-Fi and possibly the internet. So is there some way that they can use that to help identify when she left, where she went?
Neighbors shaken by the news, many trying to help search, even stopping other neighbors to ask them to check their security cameras.
We sent out an alert to all the neighbors.
Nancy Guthrie's home has security cameras, but officials say they haven't been able to access the footage, and the camera attached to the front of the home is missing.
Love you. We love you.
It ain't one thing, it's something else.
On the Today Show, and the two have been open about their close bond. Now, there are no streetlights in the neighborhood, which could make
Child, this sounds crazy. Oh, no, not this one. Hold on. This one. So this is as of this morning. Savannah Guthrie's brother-in-law was the last person. This is what y'all was talking about, right? Fucking StreamYard, I swear. Seen Nancy before she vanished. Nancy Guthrie's son-in-law. That's Savannah's mother's son-in-law, was the last person to see her before the 84-year-old mother of NBC star Savannah Guthrie vanished. Savannah's brother-in-law, Tommaso Cioni, was the last person who saw Nancy Guthrie before she vanished, authorities have said. Is that him? Yeah, that's him. Savannah Guthrie's brother-in-law. So is he married to her sister? Cioni, who is married to Savannah's sister Annie. Cioni, who is married to Savannah's sister Annie, dropped Nancy, the mom, back at her Tucson, Arizona home on Saturday evening after the 84-year-old had dinner with the couple. He ensured she made it safely inside the house before leaving, Pima County Sheriff said. Nancy disappeared sometime between the drop-off at 9:45 p.m. and Sunday morning when friends at church became concerned that she wasn't there. Nanos said Guthrie's family have been cooperative with investigators who have spent 4 days desperately searching for her. No suspects have been identified in the disappearance. Police came to her house at noon on Sunday and found something at the door that didn't sit well. Pictures from the scene show splatters of blood outside of the front door, while there were signs of forced entry in the house, according to law enforcement. Nano said Guthrie's family has been cooperative with investigators who have spent 4 days desperately searching for her. No suspects have been identified in the disappearance. Well, just because the son-in-law dropped her off don't mean that he has something to do with it. Why would he have to force his way in? I'm assuming because she's 84 years old and she has health issues that the kids would have access to the house. Does that make sense? Allegedly, I don't know, but why would they go have dinner and then he would leave his wife, who happens to be her daughter, and say, girl, I gotta go. And she hasn't said anything yet. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I mean, I'm trying to use common sense, but none of this is common. Y'all, you know, I don't like when people messing around with old people, veterans, and the disabled. I don't like that whatsoever. But they're talking about they can't find a camera. Clearly the house camera, with the Ring camera, I guess it is, was taken. They got no street lights in the neighborhood. Lord have mercy. Cioni is reportedly a sixth grade science teacher at Tucson Area School, while his wife is the marketing director at the University of Arizona Poetry Center. He reportedly moved to Tucson in 2006, according to a biography on an Italian cultural website. His wife previously described him as a great manifestor and a brilliant cook. All right, we don't care about that. They live 10 minutes away from her. The FBI also paid a visit to Cioni's Tucson house, around a 10-minute drive from Nancy's, according to authorities. So I'm assuming Savannah must be in New York, right? Because that's the Today Show, so it's in New York. On Christmas Day, Nancy shared a picture on Facebook of the family wearing matching pajamas. Sione is seen standing next to his mother-in-law holding a black dog. Wow. Child, I don't know. This is crazy. Child, white people, do y'all have any good news? White people, do y'all have any good news? You're depressing me. You're depressing me. Okay. Let me get back a little bit to the to this Epstein stuff with Melinda Gates. I forgot about this because she out here telling without telling. Melinda out here telling without telling. It says, unbelievable sadness. Melinda French Gates responds to Bill Gates' claims in latest Epstein files. Damn, this shit has been viewed 1.5 million times already. Oh, can you hear it? Because, child, I know StreamYard is StreamYarding. Can y'all hear that or no? Of course. Thank you. I can't take it. I can't take it. Sorry about that. All right. So this is Melinda on the left, if you didn't know. And you know they got divorced a few years ago, and that's when we found out that Bill had a girlfriend, which allegedly Melinda knew about. But clearly, allegedly, Bill was doing some other things. Allegedly. Down there. Allegedly. With Epstein. Allegedly.
I have to acknowledge the elephant in the room at this moment. Your ex-husband, Bill, is named in the newest tranche of Epstein files. And
Yep.
there are a new alleged details about his past behavior. And I want to give you the opportunity to respond in whatever way you want to.
Well, let me say this. I think we're having a reckoning as a society, right? No girl should ever be put in the situation that they were put in by Epstein and whatever was going on with all of the various people around him. No girl. I mean, it's beyond heartbreaking, right? I remember being those ages, those girls were. I remember my daughters being those ages, right? So for me, it's personally hard whenever those details come up, right? Because brings back memories of some very, very painful times in my marriage, but I have moved on from that. I purposely pushed it away and I moved on. I'm in a really unexpected, beautiful place in my life. So whatever questions remain there of what I can't even begin to know all of it, those questions are for those people and for even my ex-husband. They need to answer to those things, not me.
So she didn't say, my husband would never, even if it's ex, right? My husband would never, I don't believe it. This is crazy. It's a setup. I'm just saying nothing. It's a reckoning. It's a reckoning. Yeah, Keita. It's a reckoning. A reckoning for Bill. She said without saying allegedly. He did that shit. Shout out to 50 Cent. Allegedly. But that's what I'm hearing right now. There's a reckoning. I remember when I was these ages. Girl, what are you talking about? Why would we not remember when we were younger? What are you talking about? Those people have to deal with it. Oh, so you ain't got nothing to say about your ex-husband? He got to deal with that. I ain't got nothing to do with it. He got to deal with that. She like, why y'all think we got divorced? Allegedly. But ain't no defense. Ain't no empathy. Ain't no sympathy for, what is his name? Bill. She said, F that ninja. Good luck to that man, but not really. That's what she just said. She said she divorced Bill over his friendship with Epstein. I feel like I hear that with this answer. Without saying it, she didn't say a lot. Without saying much, she said a lot, in my opinion.
Should ever be put in the situation that they were put in by Epstein and whatever was going on with all of the various people around him. No girl. I mean, it's beyond heartbreaking, right? I remember being those ages, those girls were. I remember my daughters being those ages, right? So for me, it's personally hard whenever those details come up, right? Because
it's personally hard. Why is it personally hard for her? Why? I mean, it's disgusting, of course, but it's not personally hard for me. And I remember when I was that age, those ages, and I know when my kids were those ages. It ain't personally hard for me. Why is it so personally hard for her?
Brings back memories of some very, very painful times in my marriage. But
brings back memories of some very painful times in my marriage. Not back when she was a kid, not back when her kids was kids, but some painful times in her marriage talking about this. Melinda is talking without saying anything, Chia.
I have moved on from that. I purposely pushed it away.
I purposefully pushed it all away.
And I moved on. I'm in a really unexpected, beautiful place in my life. So whatever questions remain there of what I can't even begin to know all of it, those questions are for...
I can't even begin to know all of it. Did you hear that? I pushed that all the way over there. I can't begin to know all of it.
Remain there of what I can't even begin to know all of it. Those questions are for those people and for even my ex-husband. They need to answer to those things, not me.
Well,
and I am so happy to be away from all the muck.
Yeah.
Well, what are you away from, Melinda? Melinda, what are you away from? She said, my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. Leave that mess to him. That's why I ain't got nothing to do with that ninja no more. Look at her. She's like, right here in this still. Leave that shit over there. Talk to Bill about that. Leave me the F on up out of it, child.
Can't even begin to know all of it. Those questions are for those people and for even my ex-husband. They need to answer to those things, not me.
Well,
and I am so happy to be away from all the muck that was there.
I have to put more words to the muck for context for our listeners. The emails in the files suggest that Bill Gates had additional affairs and that he tried to get medication to treat a sexually transmitted infection and that he was going to give you the medicine without you knowing. His representative has said all of this is false. It is not on you to have to respond to the details of that alleged behavior, but I wonder what your dominant emotion is when you read these news articles with these details.
Sad. Just unbelievable sadness. Unbelievable sadness, right? And again, I'm able to take my own sadness and look at those young girls and say, my God, how did that happen to those girls, right? And so for me, it's just sadness for, I left my marriage. I had to leave my marriage. I wanted to leave my marriage. I had to leave I felt I needed to eventually leave the foundation. So it's just sad. That's the truth.
Why, girl? Why you have to leave? Why you have to leave? Did you hear what they said though? Bill had multiple affairs, which it's not weird to hear that, right? Is that weird to hear that a billionaire was seeing more than one woman at a time? Because, child, who the hell would see Bill if he didn't have the money? I mean, look at him, no shade. Who the hell gonna see him if he didn't have money, right? Fine. Allegedly, Mindy knew about the one. I'm sure she knew about the others. Then Billy had got an STD and didn't tell her. Which obviously, if he has one, I'm assuming it came from somebody else. And just in case she had it, he wanted to make sure that she was taken care of so she wouldn't find out. Don't that sound crazy? White people, what's going on with y'all? White people, what is going on with y'all? So y'all over here trying to get your wives to take medicine without letting her know there was something possibly wrong with her. Trust me. Women typically know when there's something wrong with them before y'all know that there's something wrong with you. So say he was messing with somebody, wherever it was, and then she found out that she had something. So he had to go and make sure that Lindy didn't have it, right? women typically know when there's something wrong with them, if they're paying attention to their bodies anyway. And then they go to the doctor. Now, what could you possibly have that you wouldn't know that you've had within like 60 to 90 days? Stuff like, I believe, herp, you see something. HIV, you don't see anything. You might not know for a while. You get something with a clap? Child, I don't know. Praise the Lord. I ain't had no damn STDs, but there's some of them where you know because something comes out and you see it. But I'm thinking that enough of them, you don't see anything, so you won't know for a while. But, you know, we would feel uneasy, hopefully. We would, before a man typically knows. So we're going to feel something and then tell y'all, and then y'all are supposed to go get yourselves taken care of, whether it's a pill, whether it's a shot, whether it's a cream, whatever the hell it is. Because if not, you're just going to keep giving it back, and y'all don't feel it the way we feel it. I mean, you would eventually, but we definitely going to feel it first. And it'll be worse for us than it is for you. Now he probably got the patent for whatever. Oh my God. That is too funny to get more money, child. But Lindy is telling shit without saying shit.
All the muck
Yeah.
that was there.
I have to put more words to the muck for context for our listeners. The emails in the files suggest that Bill Gates had additional affairs and that he tried to get medication to treat a sexually transmitted infection, and that he was going to give you the medicine without you knowing. His representative has said all of this is false. It is not on you to have to respond to the details of that alleged behavior, but I wonder what your dominant emotion is when you read these news articles with these details.
Sad. Just unbelievable sadness. Unbelievable sadness, right? And again, I'm able to take my own sadness and look at those young girls and say, my God, how did that happen to those girls, right? And so for me, it's just sadness for, you know, I left my marriage. I had to leave my marriage. I wanted to leave.
Why did she have to leave, y'all? Why did she have to leave? I had to leave. Lindy be knowing.
Leave my marriage. I had to leave I felt I needed to eventually leave the foundation. So it's just sad. That's the truth, right? And it's kind of like, at least for me, I've been able to move on in life. And I hope there's some justice for those now women, right? We see them standing up in front of microphones in DC. What they went through is just unimaginable, I think.
She said, I hope there's some justice for them. No support for Billy at all. She said, let that ninja fry. Allegedly. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know what y'all hearing, but that's what I'm hearing. No support whatsoever, child. No support whatsoever. Child, that might be it for white people, child. Oh no, here we go. I forgot about this one. Is there a video for this? Let me refresh. So over here on New York Post, y'all still out here wilding with this ICE stuff. So a Texas man picks a fight with teens protesting ICE, assaults high school girl in caught on camera brawl, child. You know what else I saw? I forget. I think it may have been on the Millionaire Morning Show this morning, or somebody else, where they're teaching the young kids how to protest. Like they're actually teaching like kids under the age of 10 how to protest and talk about how ICE needs to go, be nice, don't be ICE. Can y'all imagine? Can y'all imagine that? I can't do it. I can't. This is crazy. Can you tell these kids they ABCs and they 1, 2, 3s and send their asses home? Instead, they out there having them make signs and pretend that they're protesting. A Texas man allegedly assaulted a teenage girl after instigating a violent caught-on-camera brawl with high school students during an anti-ICE protest, according to cops in the disturbing video. Chad Michael Watts, 45. Oh, he definitely white with that name. 45 has been identified by police as the alleged aggressor, seen in a now viral video of the chaotic scene involving students from Hayes Consolidated Independent School District. The students were gathered in a grassy area of Buda, Texas, to demonstrate against U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement on Monday afternoon. Oh, they doing this in Texas? Are they allowed to do this in Texas? I thought y'all was safe. Chad right here. So this is Chad, has been identified by authorities being the aggressor. He fighting the kids. Chad is fighting the kid. Chad, come on, Chad. You need to do better than this. The clip shows the man allegedly pushing and shoving an unidentified girl to the ground as her baby-faced friends desperately tried to pull him off of her. Oh, the baby-faced friends. Oh, Chad. Oh, they fucked you up. Them girls fought this ninja. Oh, Chad. The attacker then suddenly lunges onto a male student, violently pushing the boy to the ground before another teen, with his arms around the man's neck, is able to flip him onto the ground, according to the video. Get him, students are heard yelling in the clip. Footage then shows multiple students getting punches and kicks in on the man before he swiftly gets up and storms back to his gray pickup truck parked nearby. As students swarm his vehicle, oh no, and continue screaming profanities at him. The man appears to smirk and throw a bright red MAGA hat he'd been clutching during the brawl onto his head before the clip ends. Gotta hold on to that hat, child. Gotta hold on to that hat. Buda police responded to the scene and conducted interviews with the aggressor, identified as Watts, and the unnamed girl, both of whom declined medical attention despite suffering minor injuries, the department said. Cops let Watts leave, but after thorough investigation, arrested him the next day. His subsequent mugshot shows Watts as bald and clean-shaven, a stark contrast from the full head of hair and beard he was seen in clips as having during the alleged run-in. Oh, did he shave his head trying to act like he's not him? Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah, Chad, where'd all your hair go? Chad, where'd all your hair go? Look at this. I know it's a grainy picture. We can't show a fight on YouTube anyway. But look at all his hair. Now look at this. He turned into a skinhead right quick. Oh, no, Chad. Chad, you ain't shit. They fucked you up, too. I see all this up under your eye, down here on your chin. Those kids was not playing with you. Look, Chad down here again. Hair on his head. Now he's showing up with no hair. The Kyle, Texas man was charged with 2 counts of assault causing bodily injury. Cops said there was a verbal argument between Watts and the girl before it escalated to physical violence. Hayes County Judge Ruben Becerra expressed disgust at Watts' alleged behavior in a statement released Tuesday. No matter one's political views, an adult bears a clear responsibility to exercise restraint, especially in the presence of children. Violence or intimidation directed at a minor, particularly during a lawful, peaceful demonstration, has no place in a constitutional republic that depends on the rule of law rather than force. School officials, on the other hand, reportedly implemented new policies regarding student protests following the... shout out to the school, finally. I'm sure they said, no more protests, child. Do that shit when you're not in school, which is what it should be. These walkouts are a strain on the resources of the school district and community law enforcement agencies, neither of which has any control over what happens with national immigration policy. Somebody with some damn sense. Future walkouts would not be productive and only hurt our students' self-interest, the official said, and noted that the protests may start to appear to be kids simply looking for excuses to skip school. Kids would never do that. The new policies included requiring parents to physically sign their children out of school if they are leaving to participate in a protest, and reinstituting Saturday detention for students with unexcused absences among the measures. Shout out to this part of Texas. Shout out to some common sense somewhere around here, child. Instead of teaching these kids to be chaotic like everybody else. Yeah, just leave school and protest because your parents are so stupid. And then you get into fights with Chad. Then Chad out here getting beat the fuck up. And then he ain't got no hair the next day. Y'all, this is half damn crazy. Ain't no empathy or sympathy for Chad. He F-A-F-O. Ain't that what it is? F-A-F-O'd. So, F Chad. Shout out to the kids. And you know I never say that. Shout out to the kids. All right. So then that's it. That's it for white people. Oh shit, we ain't even make an hour with the white people. But y'all wildin'. Y'all definitely wildin'. All right, back to the Negroes. I don't even know where to start, y'all. Let's start with food stamps, because we didn't get to go through this yesterday. So they want to complain about the food stamp benefits. Y'all already know. SNAP benefits changed February the 1st, which we do know, but let's hear what TikTok has to say, because, no one seems to be able to work. And it's all Donald Trump's fault, I'm sure.
If you on SNAP, especially if you in Houston, Texas, or in Texas, period, I need my people to understand that SNAP benefits as of February 1st did change. And a lot of people took this as rumor. They didn't believe it.
Child, this man sounds like he can't breathe.
Some strange reason. Look it up yourself. And if you are on SNAP,
send it to me in the DM or send me an email, sir. I appreciate you. Everybody, make sure you follow on Instagram if you have not. Message Michonne on IG. Thank you so much.
You need to go make sure that when it's time for you to reapply, that you meet the benefits for the new SNAP.
Child, I don't know what he's saying.
So let's talk about what y'all looking forward to.
You all day.
Here we go with the SNAP requirements. I was asked.
No. There we go. I'm not sitting here listening to him. Ain't no way.
More SNAP benefit updates. There are new requirements that went into effect to receive SNAP benefits. These changes went into effect February 1st. Anyone between the ages of 18 and 64 with no dependents under the age of 14 are now required to either work or volunteer at least 80 hours every month to keep their benefits. And if you don't meet this requirement or have an acceptable exemption, you may only receive SNAP benefits for 3 months. Here's a summary of the changes that went into effect on February.
Yeah, we do.
Wow. Well, I just read an article, and February 1st, 2026, this is when the
Okay, the Trump administration is about to piss off a ton of people because there's some massive changes coming for food stamps this next year. Remember that big, beautiful bill? Well, it's finally going to come into play, and there are some new requirements for people to keep their SNAP benefits. So let's get into it. So adults ranging from 18 to 64 must be working, be trying for a job, or volunteering a minimum of 80 hours per month, or they will not be able to keep their benefits.
Here it's a minimum, so they can technically do more. Anybody think they're going to do more?
Okay, and this next one is for non-citizens. So nationwide, many SNAP benefit users that were previously qualified may not be eligible anymore. And then also, a lot of people that were previously eligible that are citizens of this country may not be eligible anymore, just if you're not meeting the regular requirements. But here are a list of people that are exempt from this that don't need to work. So people experiencing homelessness, if you're a veteran, if you're disabled or medically unable to work, if you're pregnant, if you're caring for a child, or if you're over the age of 64, like you're a senior citizen. What do you guys think about these changes? I know there are
there are new requirements to receive SNAP benefits.
Believe me, if Donald Trump is president again, at some point or another, that ugliness will touch all of our lives. And it will not matter what you look like, how you worship, who you love, or how you vote. If you don't make 6 or 8 or 12 figures, if you're not famous, if you criticize or disagree with him in any way, if he doesn't view you as his equal or relevant to his ambitions, believe me, if Donald Trump is
he out here changing up things left and right. He been signing things left and right ever since he got in office. Donald Trump says, working people, you can get food stamps now. If you need a little extra help, look, come get these stamps. So I don't know who gave people the idea that because you had a job that you didn't need no extra help. Trump stepped in the game and he like, look, you can still work. You can work, but we still gonna give you a little extra help. And the ladies or whoever that's been laying around at home not doing nothing, receiving all the SNAP benefits, getting all the food stamps. Oh, y'all finna get up and do something. Donald Trump been doing the best that he can for everybody. It's hard trying to please all these different races, all these different genders, all these different personalities. It's hard trying to do that. And I feel like he's trying his very best to be fair, but it's not even so much about the food stuff. It's the fact that he's trying to be fair with everybody and he's still being condemned. Who cannot be for President Donald Trump? Who cannot have his back? Y'all leave in the comments to tell me what y'all.
Good morning, TikTok. Good morning. Good morning. I got some news for you guys.
Oh my God.
President Donald Trump did
SNAP benefits going into effect.
Have y'all seen this shit? As of February 1st, the SNAP program is going to experience new work requirements for just about everybody that's on the program. This is going to impact just about everybody that receives SNAP benefits. The biggest change is that the age cap is being extended. The age cap used to be 54 years old.
Why is this such a big deal, Chum? Why is this such a big deal? I don't understand.
Did you guys purchase snacks, drinks?
All right, tacos, Cheetos, Funyuns, Doritos, Mountain Dew, Fanta, Mountain Dew, Faygo, Airheads. Oh no, y'all gotta use your own money. This is shit nobody should be eating any daggone way.
With sugar in them, none of that anymore. Starting next month, in the next following states, Texas, Mississippi, Kansas, Las Vegas, and California. Those states will be.
California agreed to this? I don't know if I trust her. California agreed to not allow the food stamps with the junk food. Right, exactly. 20 seconds.
Trump said Section 8 in housing is for the disabled and the veterans. So for all y'all sitting around laying on your ASS thinking the government gonna take care of you for the rest of your life, you're wrong. And for the young lady in my comments talking about, you sound like a hater. You always got something to say, sweetheart. I don't make the news, I just report it. And if it's something I see and I feel as though I want to put it on the internet, I'm going to put it on the internet. And you can be mad all you want to. If you don't like my content, delete my profile. But I agree with him 100%. Y'all sitting around out here in the clubs every weekend, throwing it in a circle, and can't even pay your bills if you have to pay the full amount of rent. Can't even pay.
Shout out to the lady that couldn't keep up with zero due on Section 8.
Pay your bills if you have to pay the full amount of rent. But you want to get mad at me because I'm telling the truth. Do what you're supposed to do as a woman first, not a mother, not a sister or brother, as a woman, and take care of yourself. Stop flatbacking and having all these kids if you're going to turn to government assistance every time something go horribly wrong for you. Chill. What y'all be Trump said.
Okay, guys, I really.
New here at 4, some major changes kicking.
Right now, food pantries and people across our area bracing for big changes coming to SNAP. Starting February 1st, people need to work or volunteer 80 hours a month if they want to keep their SNAP benefits. Today, we heard from the SNAP recipient who already volunteers at a local food pantry, but he's worried about his future.
I don't know what I would.
How are you worried? You already doing it.
Do if I didn't have SNAP, because I mean, food is high. What I get a month is not sufficient enough for me to buy food and pay my bills and all that.
We still have so many people that fall right in between that little strange, ugly place where no matter what they do, and while I can provide a place for Kenny to volunteer, there's no way I can provide volunteer opportunities for all the people that are going to need them.
Recipients can request an exception if they have a child under 14 or a medical disability. The Greater Chicago Food Depository estimates that 450,000 Illinoisans are at risk of losing their benefits. They're worried that this will lead to an increase in need at pantries that they may not be able to meet. Right now, food pantries.
Food from right there. You saw that junk food.
Okay, the Trump administration is about to piss.
PSL now.
Starting in 2026.
All right. That's enough of that. So they all wilding and complaining about the food stamps. Ain't nothing new. All right. What is this one about? I forget what this is about. This just says stay away from her. I forget what this one was about. Sorry, y'all. But it's from the Patha Garber that has all those TikToks that they put together. It's the biatches again, though. So let's hear what they got to say. Crying, whining, and complaining, I'm sure.
When I have herpes, I understand that, like, the way that I caught it was that I kept having sex with him, because the lesion that he had was like dried up in a way. It was like a scab. Those are still, you can still catch herpes from that. But
well, I guess we're going to learn about how you do and do not know if you have an STD. I was not expecting that. I totally forgot what this is about.
They're less likely, and I feel like that's maybe why he shot with me, was because they're less likely to transfer over. Because I kept having sex with him, because my skin was open, because mind you, I just had a wax, because all of these things, like we were having sex back to back to back to back, the lesion's gonna shed. The lesion is going to like rub off on my skin.
You didn't wear a rubber at all?
Not at all. He was talking about how I never showed him test results. I told him.
It was Danae Davis breaks down how back-to-back unprotected intercourse with Gucci third leg changed her life forever. Who's Gucci third leg? Is that a rapper?
And then I just got tested, and now we had to wait a couple of days. So that pissed me off whenever he went on Aiden's roster stream. It was like, she never showed me tests either. He also was trying to act like I needed the money. He brought up my mom saying I needed my money for rent, and my mother. I didn't even have a place at the time. I didn't have a rent, no nothing. And also, money was good. Mind you, that month that I met Gucci, I was making money before I even saw him. That $50,000 month wasn't because I had sex with Gucci. It was because I just signed a deal with a new agency that worked with celebrity OnlyFans models.
Why are older women in particular more susceptible to getting STDs, STIs? It is because as we get older in age and become menopausal, vaginal dryness increases, the risk of vaginal dryness increases. Our vaginal tissues get thin. By the way, this is because of a decrease in estrogen due to menstruation.
Why did he use this music? This is so off kilter with what they're talking about.
Our vaginal tissues start to thin. Our vagina gets drier. We have decreased lubrication. All of these factors and more increase the risk of vaginal tears. If you have vaginal tears, that then can increase your risk of getting STDs. So keep that in mind, ladies. That is even sort of an additional risk factor that we have. Vaginal dryness, vaginal thinning, etc., increases the risk of tears, which can increase your risk of getting STDs. Guys, let me know what you think. Let me know if this is helpful. Make sure you share this with your friends and family and your other folks that are sexually active or not, because this is good information. I hope you think so too. No, I think it is. Let me know what you do in the comments. Let me know what your practice is. If you have any tips for other people, share them, please.
Cheated on my boyfriend with a man, and that man was a man who passed the herpes virus on to me. I started to feel unloved, unworthy, undesired, not chosen. I would lose my mind with anger because all I wanted was the attention that he was giving other females. I wanted it from him so badly.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up! There are way more people that have HIV, AIDS, and herpes than y'all think. I've worked in the medical field for 4 years now. I've worked as a phlebotomist and a lab tech, and I've also worked as a medical assistant. And let me tell you, motherfuckers are burning. And it's not the people that you expect. Because I know a lot of people say, well, I can tell if somebody is burning. No, you can't. They don't have a look to them. It's that bartender at your favorite bar that you've been crushing. It's that DJ that you've been following on Instagram that's following you to all the parties. It's fine shit posting on Instagram with a Chanel bag talking about she need a man. It's the girl next door who goes to the bookstore and reads books all day and drinks Starbucks. Anybody can have it and you won't know. And with that, they have to tell us their most recent sexual partners so we can call them to inform them to get tested because this man has a sickness. But let me tell y'all, they're not going to tell y'all that they're burning. And they're not even going to use protection. Especially in these big cities like Houston, Atlanta, Cali, and so forth. Y'all need to protect yourselves. I'm going to take it as far as start getting on PrEP because condoms are not really...
Oh, so instead of using a condom, just get PrEP because that's the answer to everything. Child, please.
They're not really a certain protection factor anymore. With all of that being said, be vigilant. Use your discernment. Stop opening your legs and talking about you cracking motherfuckers and you don't know them from a can of paint. Start asking to see their MI chart. Matter of fact, go get tested together. If he really wants your goodies, he can get tested. And there's so many young people. There's the people that are getting infected with these diseases are getting younger and younger and younger and younger. Stop opening your kitty cat to anybody because they're cute and fine and they got Instagram followers and they willing to give you money and trick on you. Or you're going to end up like them. Being on medication for the rest of your life.
So basically she just admitted what we already know, but nobody wants to admit, but she just admitted it. Hey! Confirmation, child. Just use PrEP, child. Just use PrEP.
I'm just about to get right into it. I always say that you don't feel like this for you, then, hey, go to God about it. But I know that this is a word that God has given me that I have sat on for about 3 days.
Here we go, bringing the Lord into it. The Lord said, keep my name out your mouth. Always bring the Lord into this mess. Truth is, I'm tired.
So the other day I was on my knees and I literally just heard STD. It was so weird. Like, I literally just heard STD. And I'm like, God, you talking about me being having STD for real? And he was like, STD. He just kept saying STD. So I'm like, what the heck? Like, you know, okay, God.
So the Lord was letting her know that she had an STD.
So you're going to have to really get into detail with me because now I'm having fear. He said, aha, you do got STD. I said, I got STD. And so he said, you got a spiritual transmitted disease. Fear is an STD. Fear is a disease. Fear is a disease. Anxiety is a disease. Lust is a disease. Masturbation is a disease. Lack is a disease. Laziness is a disease. All of these things are diseases. And I'm like, okay, God, but you only can get an STD if you let somebody enter you. He said, yes, yes, yes. You getting me now, Jasmine. You've allowed a lot of people into your life. You've allowed a lot of people that were contaminated and gave you the contamination of what they had. So now you're trying to wonder why I felt that. Now you're trying to wonder why you can't pray as much. You can't even get on a fast for 24 hours. You're trying to wonder why you can't even get in your word. Who have you been surrounding yourself with? Or what have you been connected to that is allowing you to keep you away from me? Woo, that's deep. What have you been connected to or been allowing in your circle or been allowing in your spirit that is keeping you away from God, that is giving you a spiritual transmitted disease where you cannot move forward, where you feel stuck. You can't get to where you're trying to get to because there's so much in you, so much nastiness, so much sickness in your spirit that you can't even move forward. See, he said, we sick in the spirit. That's the problem. We so sick in the spirit. That's why we can't maneuver or move how we need to. But it's time for your deliverance. It is time to be set free.
Well, at least she's not really talking about a real STD, and she's spiritual transmitted disease. Spiritual. Whoo, Lord.
Pastor once said that it's time to go to the hospital and get your medicine. The hospital is the church. The hospital is being in your word. The hospital is now keeping yourself away from the contamination. It is now pleading to God and praying to God and telling God, okay, God, I don't want to deal with this anymore. It is now acknowledging that I am sick in the spirit. It is now saying, God, I am sick in the spirit, God. God, I do got this disease, and I want this disease to leave. I want the disease of fear to leave. I want the disease of lack to leave. I want the disease of procrastination to leave. I want the disease of pornography to leave. I want the disease of
All right, y'all. Now you're getting on my nerves. Moving on.
The rate is like skyrocketing every fucking where. Okay, every fucking where. Like, there are people just going out here who know they have an incurable STD and willy-nilly just having sexual intercourse with as many people as they can and not telling them. And that shit is illegal. If you ever come in contact with somebody or know somebody or you're the somebody that somebody had sex with and they had an STD and they did not tell you that's incurable, they can be booked in the process. Maybe send them to jail. Report them because it is illegal to do that. If you have an incurable STD, you're supposed to legally tell everybody who you come in sexual contact with. Like, yeah, I have X, Y, and Z before you would do X, Y, and Z with me. And if they don't do that, baby, ring 911. Booked in process. Don't let them play with you. And if you do happen to come into contact with someone who gave you an STD,
God, I've had enough. I feel like I gotta take a shower, and I ain't even got no STDs. Reaper, I appreciate you said play the lady singing. What lady? What lady are you talking about? I know you're not talking about Jennifer Lewis. Who are you talking about? Anyway, moving on, y'all. Moving on. Yeah, I don't even know if I want to show you this. All right, I'm going to show it to you. Woman nursed by boyfriend for a year after 2 brain surgeries wants to dump him over lack of dates. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. So this is from tonight's conversation, actually. Shout out to Ace Metaphor.
Physically, earlier this year, I had to have 2 brain surgeries. He stayed with me in the hospitals. He even washed my butt some of the times. But he wasn't working for a couple of months, and I'm 24 now. So I basically feel like I'm just real grown.
So what's your question?
Basically, like, we haven't been out on any dates or anything recently. How long do I wait before I feel appreciated? He's amazing emotionally, physically. Earlier this year, I had to have 2 brain surgeries. He stayed with me in the hospitals. He even washed my butt some of the times. But he wasn't working for a couple of months. And I'm 24 now. So I basically feel like I'm just real grown.
So what's your question?
Basically, like, we haven't been out on any dates or anything recently. How long do I wait before I feel appreciated?
Did y'all hear that? My earpiece is not in anymore. I don't think I even have that anymore. I think I got rid of it. Sorry, I got rid of it. So this lady then had 2 brain surgeries and Lord knows what else. Man took care of her, stayed with her, worked through everything, and now she's saying that she want to break up with him because he don't take her out on no dates. Now, I'm assuming that all that whole time he was also paying for bills, paying medical bills, because you got to have a house to live in while you getting recovered. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure he was supporting in that way. I've seen an alleged video, I'm not sure if it's really them, where he's bathing her and taking care of her. But she just said it, 2 brain surgeries. That can't be easy. I'm assuming it can't be easy. I could be wrong. And she came up here on this tonight's conversation to ask this daggone question. How long should she wait before she leaving because he's not taking her out on any dates? I mean, my question would be, what the hell are you doing for him at this point, given everything that he has done for you? See, that's the important stuff, right? That these biatches don't be thinking about. So you finally find someone that's decent, that's good to you, that takes good care of you, even in sickness. This is the thing when people get married, because, people will just want to leave. But, you got somebody, good when they're able to take care of you when you can't take care of yourself. And when I just had this conversation with somebody, and it's like, when y'all find these women that just be saying this stuff and you still deal with them, and then you end up getting them pregnant, or they end up, whatever, you get married and they take everything from you. And then it's like, what happened, child? You knew what was happening because you heard what they said. You heard the information coming out of their mouth. You knew they wasn't shit. Because if the person that you're dealing with, you can't look at them and know that they would be able to help you and do for you if something should happen to you, then what are you with them for? So if you, Sassy Straight, ever lost your job, nobody says that woman got to be making the same amount of money as you, but she ain't going to leave you, and she's going to do her best to make sure that everybody is taken care of, whatever that means. If that means credit cards don't get paid, then credit cards don't get paid, but they certainly don't just leave you. You remember how Bird did in what is that movie? Soul Food. You know how Bird did in Soul Food? This is amazing. Bird married Nia Long in Soul Food. She married Mekhi Phifer. His name was Lim. But that light skin was her ex-boyfriend. And he was well more to do than Lim, who was a convict. Of course, struggle story. So Lim had felony, so he had a hard time finding work, and he ain't going to have as much money as the Lightbright. Lightbright offered to give Lim a job on the low. First mistake that Bird agreed to that. How you going to be doing some shit behind your own daggone husband's back that you just married? That Lightbright didn't marry you. Lim married you. She wrong. Then allow that man to get him a job and didn't tell him. She wrong. Then she took a daggone gift from him. She all the way wrong. He should have divorced her. He should have known that shit. All that is wrong. She got her own daggone business. What the heck? If Lim couldn't take care of it, then you could. You got all married up in front of all those people. You wanted the daggone wedding. Even though Lim was messing around at the wedding, dancing with that girl a little too much. Whole movie, toxic AF. Most of the movies that we was watching are all toxic if we really reevaluate them. That movie was hard. That movie is toxic from beginning to end. Beginning to end. The only good part about that movie is the music. Is the soundtrack. That's about it. But you know, that was one of those movies that we just was in it. We love that movie. I love that movie. I do. I just recently watched it not too long ago from the beginning. I was like, "Ooh, this movie is a mess. This movie is a mess." Shout out to Kofi. I appreciate you. He said, "This is the type of woman that crushes good young men early. Thank you for bringing us to the red pill. Thank you for bringing us to the red pill sooner. I've been that guy. Betty paid some of those medical bills too. Gents, SYSBM and hashtag SYSBM and hashtag MSDs. She ain't no MSD. She ain't no MSD because she is ungrateful. And anybody that I know is not an ungrateful person. And you most certainly are not going to leave someone over dates. Like, what are we talking about? So you're going to leave someone over dates. That is a materialistic person. That's somebody that ain't shit and probably wasn't shit to begin with. She's only 24, so he probably knew her when she was very, very young. He know now. I hope he know now. This had to have gone viral. This had to have gone viral. Yeah, that knife scene was warranted. Vanessa Williams out there, I forget her name on the show, out there taking care of the whole damn family, and they ungrateful AF. All of them. All of them. All of them. Anyway. So yeah. Y'all better leave these heifers alone. If you know that you can't count on the person that you with, then why are you with them? If you know that you cannot count on the person that you are with, then why are you with them? That is the answer to everything, if you ask me. In my opinion. Terry, yes, it was. It was Terry. Poor Terry. Now, she was a biatch, but child, she had the money. She was taking care of everybody. And then her sister, Vivica A. Fox, stole her man. Whatever her name was, I'm sure y'all know. Vivica A. Fox stole Terry's man. They ended up getting married, had little Miles and the little sister, and still had to be in the damn house together. Woo, Big Mama. Ooh, Big Mama. You produce all these kids, child. A mess.com. Yeah, Cousin Faith ain't shit either. Anyway, and neither is this heifer right here. Neither is this heifer right here on the screen. So hopefully he leaves. Not because I want people to break up, but because they ain't going to be nothing good for him in the future. And then she brought it to the whole world. Bye. Moving on, child. Moving on. So shout out to the Tip Network, right? Now, did y'all know that Sexy Red performed for some MAGA person? Did y'all know that Sexy Red performed for some MAGA person? I didn't hear them crash out the way that they did with Nicki Minaj. What happened? They allowing this? I ain't hear nothing about it. Shout out to the Tip Network. Shout out to RB, and I appreciate you said nothing but trash. Absolutely. That movie and that heifer that we was just looking at. But we're going to watch this video from Tip Network. It says the sisterhood crashes out on Sexy Red going full MAGA. Malcolm X warned us about fake leaders. Oh, no. Oh, no.
And to my surprise, people are surprised. And I guess I'm surprised because Sexy Red makes CIA music. Like, if I had learned that federal agents were using music instead of crack cocaine to infiltrate the Black community, I would assume that music would sound like the music that Sexy Red makes.
I wish I can say I expected more from Sexy Red, but like there's a lot of people that spread propaganda in the project.
Sexy Red performing at the wedding of Donald Trump's advisor, Alex Brucerich. First of all, why put Donald Trump's name in there? Obvious reasons. And so she performed at a wedding, Alex Brucerich. Why would Alex Brucerich want Sexy Red at his wedding, Bueller? So you just got married and you wanted Sexy Red, of all people, to come and perform at your damn wedding. How in the hell much sense does that make? I got issue with Alex Brucerich. He the one, honestly, that got a problem at the end of the day, in my opinion. Child, these people are crazy. Everybody is crazy.
My man.
Pound town, put your bang, my booty up round. What a
sucker, bitch. That's what they signed up for, to have that song played at the wedding. Shout out to Big Boy. Thank you. He said, Waiting to Exhale is still my #1 toxic movie. Was it that bad? Now that soundtrack is amazing, child. Let's not act like we didn't have great soundtracks, though. You know what? He's a good man, Savannah. He's a good man. You know what? It is toxic. Yo, you're absolutely right. We got to talk about that. Let me let this one play, though.
Projects, and they're just as colonized as a right winger or a person sometimes.
And I said it before, these folks are transactional. She's a transactional person. They dropped the bag and she showed up to perform. That's her job. She's just a performer. But you fools thought she was on your side. This woman don't care about you. She don't care about what you say. She don't care about how you feel. What she cares about is to get that money, and that's 100% for real.
Sexy Red gets called out for performing at Donald Trump's advisor's wedding. So now you got him mad at Sexy Red for performing at Trump's advisor's wedding, right? They going in on Sexy Red. They calling her a sellout. With all the ratchet Sexy Red be doing, this way they draw the line.
Lace front out, with that St. Louis her, that hood her, and perform them songs like she do with that brown booty hole song.
I just watched Black celebrities perform at a party for a Trump White House official. And I need y'all to understand what's really happening. They don't bring us in because they respect us. They bring us in because they know our voices move people. They use our culture, our music, our influence, and put us on display.
Y'all saw that? Y'all saw that? What in the world? What in the world?
Respect us. They bring us in because they know our voices move people. They use our culture, our music.
If that was the groom, looked like he was having a good time, y'all. Don't say it was the wife. It may have been the groom.
Our influence, and put us on display like entertainment, not power. And behind closed doors, they're telling them, it's okay. Do this now. We got your back. Later.
None of that is shocking to me. Like when, especially when I learned that her entire team is white men. If somebody were to tell me that Sexy Red was a complete AI caricature of what the CIA perceives Black people as, like, that would make sense to me, actually. Like that, it was like some grand social experiment. I would believe that. Like, she makes CIA music. I would not be shocked to find out if she was a CIA agent. So, don't be shocked. We're not shocked.
Well, polite savages, what do you know? Who would have thunk an entertainer who pushes nothing but smut sells out strictly for the bag? Well, what's really amazing is that you guys didn't even realize that she said she was Team Trump a couple of years ago. So this isn't a sellout. This is just going to get the check that she was promised.
Do you think more people are going to support Trump now in the hood or no?
Yeah, they support him in the hood. Because at first, I don't think...
Oh, shit. I forgot about this, too. Oh, but y'all ain't been crashing out on Sexy Red. I totally forgot about this. Why they not selling or crashing out like they doing with Nicki? Why are y'all not crashing out with Sexy Red like y'all did with Nicki?
People was with him like they thought he was racist, saying and against women. But once he started getting Black people out of jail and giving people their free money, oh baby, we love Trump. We need him back in office.
Later, we'll do something big for your Black people, and they'll forgive you. You will be redeemed. But let me say this clearly: we are not redemption arcs anymore. We are not forgiving betrayal every 5 minutes. We are not impressed by a check. We are not accepting I was just getting to the bag. If you choose that side, then stay over there.
And we're the only folks who ever get surprised when celebrities let us down. Celebrities aren't deities. They are, in fact, celebrities. Malcolm X told you back in the 60s. But we are the only ones who look to these folks as leaders. And why is that? What have they done? What leadership have they shown? None.
I just told you a little while ago.
Child, y'all should have been done with her when she started giving out STD damn chapsticks and shit. But y'all go for anything degenerate and then turn around talking about racism is the problem, child.
As leaders. And why is that? What have they done? What leadership have they shown? None.
I just told you a little while ago, these leaders that they call leaders, this included Lena Horne, this included Dick Gregory, this included comedians, comics, trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader.
Polite savages.
Wait, you mean Howard Stern is not the leader for the white people, even though I know he's a Jay Bueller? Who else is a comedian that's white? I don't like comedians. The goofballs on SNL. They don't be leading the white people. Comedians don't be leading y'all. Actors don't be leading y'all. George Clooney don't lead y'all. You can tell us. Tell us what's up.
Same old Sexy Red.
I thought she was naked at the wedding, yeah.
Same old, same old. You notice none of her new tracks are hidden.
Well, at least they made her put some clothes on for the wedding.
And she is performing at a MAGA wedding. And apparently the sisterhood is not having it. You know, the interesting thing to this is that people actually try to elevate entertainers to the point where they are some type of pinnacle of the community. In the 60s, Malcolm X really warned the Black community about not elevating these entertainers or thinking that they are more than they should. Now, there are some exceptions to entertainers. I mean, Muhammad Ali, we could say that he was an athlete, but he also took a stance on things. But let's really take a minute to just examine Sexy Red. And why are we even worried about what Sexy Red's doing? And this is the problem. The real problem today is that we're going to sit here and get upset about what Sexy Red is talking about. When Sexy Red in the past has never been somebody that we should have even paid attention to.
We shouldn't, not we, child. They shouldn't be paying attention to what Nicki Minaj does, but yet they putting up petitions to try to get her deported. Sitting up here carrying on with her and never take her again. Don't forget what we saw what's his name do yesterday. What is his name? The gay guy. You know what I'm talking about. We saw Billy Porter. Woo! Lord help your people. While he over here kissing Joe Biden's hand like he's the daggone king of the world and bowing down to him and shit. But fuck, all dramatic and stupid.
I mean, what was it? Was it when she went on to the high school or the middle school flashing gang signs? Was that something that we should have maybe thought, hey, let's not deal with this person? But no, that wasn't enough. Or when she was talking bad about your nappy hair and clowning the ladies, and all of a sudden there was a big rebellion and, oh, you weren't doing nothing with old sexy no more. But no. That wasn't enough.
Artists reach a certain level of success where they have an opportunity to change the condition of the Black community, but instead they use their success to the community. As a Black woman in the industry with so much influence, why would you ever call Black woman hair carpet hair? But if a person of another race said it,
Yo, she called Black women's hair carpet. Oh my God, I've never heard that before. Y'all and y'all's carpet hair. And the sisters didn't let her go then. So y'all had to wait until she went and performed for MAGA in order to allegedly be done with her. Child, y'all should have never been a part of her damn life. Y'all should have never hyped her the fuck up. This is the biatch that hung out with the first video in front of the Roe v. Wade clinic. Y'all thought that shit was cute? I guess that's why y'all thought that shit was cute when Cam did it. That I didn't forget. Y'all hyped that biatch up, regardless of what she looked like, regardless of the stupid ass shit that she said. Her boyfriend is in jail. She waiting for him to come out. She ain't never getting pregnant by a ninja. She'll take care of it and go to the AB clinic. She was freaking hyping that shit up. Y'all loved it. I love sexy. I don't care what nobody say. I love sexy. I don't care what nobody say. That's why it be you bitches' fault. That's why it be you biatch's fault, because you sit up here and you support and you big up the most degenerate shit ever. Soon as she came, that was the beginning. Then she came out here with that damn lipstick line, lip gloss line, the chlamydia, gonorrhea, HIV, herp, and all that shit. And y'all thought that shit was cute and probably sold it out. And probably sold it the hell out. She can't do no wrong. Sexy can't do no wrong. Then she had another song, and then y'all was able to shake your ass, because all that girl do is bend over and shake her ass. She don't do nothing else. Nothing else. Y'all think that shit is the epitome of alleged blackness. It's the freaking twerk. Y'all big that shit up. Oh, it's a nice beat. That's all that matters. All she do is bend over. Pregnant as all of my damn house, bend over. No shoes on her feet. You know damn well we are not Black people supposed to be outside with no shoes on our feet. Say I'm lying. You definitely can't be like in a store with no shoes on your feet unless you Trying on shoes. That is the only reason, and not barefoot. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. She's doing that shit. Oh, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. Mm-hmm. So now the line, yet again, is allegedly because of MAGA. That girl, again, y'all get... Hold on. Played yet again because you like the easy, degenerate shit. Nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to put in any effort. You think everybody's supposed to give you everything. Just because something is cool, you think it's wonderful. I don't know who in the hell thought that Sexy Red was a role model for anybody, child. She ain't even a role model for a damn dog. Y'all sat up there and big that biatch up. Now, I'm not saying that she's got all this money that she will be good for the rest of her life. That I do not believe. But I have a feeling that y'all will go ahead and forgive her and her degeneracy before you ever will for Nicki damn Minaj. I got a feeling. I could be wrong, but I know I'm not. Because y'all like ratchet shit. You like being ratchet. And you want to idolize these people that don't give a damn about you at the end of the day. Now, the CIA stuff, I don't know near nothing about that. But what I do know is she is a degenerate. She pushes nothing positive. She has nothing positive to offer. And the fact that y'all's line is the fact that she went and took money to go perform. All they care about is the color green. All they care about is the color green. Child, I ain't even gonna hold you. I care about the color green as well. But y'all, instead of sitting up here saying no to that, y'all allowed that to be a thing. And somebody said a little while ago, you was all up into her grill once she did that song with Drake. And who the hell knows where he at these days? I don't care. Y'all was all up on her yet again because she performed for Drake. She come out here and say something stupid. People sucking on her toes in the middle of the street. Y'all thought that shit was cute. That's on y'all. Don't be mad now. Don't be mad now, because I promise you, they're going to forgive her within 6 months, and then she's going to do something just as ratchet. Just like Sukiyana, excuse me, when she was out in the UK, I'm trying to get my coochie scratched. Now, what positivity comes out from that mess? It's just one stupid ass thing after another stupid ass thing after another stupid ass thing, and y'all support degeneracy all the damn time. Then turn around and say that it's white supremacy, discrimination, and racism. You got your kids out here singing these damn songs. You got your kids. Remember, I feel like remember, oh my God, y'all, it's coming back to me. We were watching something that's about 1.5 to 2 years ago, where these kids was up there singing her song, and they was like, oh yeah, that's how we teach the kids to learn. Y'all remember that? There was these 5-year-olds that was singing one of her damn songs, whatever one came out after My Booty Hole Brown. And they was like, that's just how we learn. No, that's how your degenerate ass selves teach your kids. That's not how my kids ever learn. That's not how my grandchildren will learn. No, that's the lazy way to do shit. And then gonna sit up here and act like it's normal to have your kids sitting around here singing that degenerate mess. Y'all go for any of the degeneracy and then want to say that something is racist. No, you're racist. Actually, you're stupid with a capital STUPID. Anyway, y'all hit the like button, subscribe if you are new.
How about the time where she bent over and did that pose? I'm voting for Kamala so I can control my coochie. And of course, the sisterhood loved it. Nope, that's not enough. That's not enough. All of this debauchery isn't enough, but what's enough? Oh my goodness. She done messed around and wanted to endorse some of Trump's people. Even though if you were paying attention, if you really had your eyes open, if you weren't so much on this train or that train, you would have noticed that on the Theo Von show, she said that she was for Trump because Trump was feeding the hood.
Do you think more people are going to support Trump now in the hood or no?
Yeah, they support him in the hood. Because at first, I don't think people was with him like they thought he was racist, saying little and, against women. But once he started getting black people out of jail and giving people their free money, oh, baby, we love Trump. We need him back in office.
Yeah, a little bit of free money goes a long way.
We need him back. Because, baby, them checks.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, them stimulus checks, Trump, we miss you.
That's like Whoa Vicky. She's always talking about Trump. You see her ever?
I like Trump. No, I ain't never seen Whoa Vicky.
She's funny.
I love Trump, though. He's funny to me. Like, I used to watch his not interviews, like him talking to people. He used to be calling people fat.
Yeah.
He just
wow.
He funny.
But y'all didn't want to listen to it. Listen, I don't care what she does because it doesn't make a difference to me. Sexy Red is just a fool. She's a fool in sheep's clothing, and we know she's a fool. We know what Sexy Red is about. We know what Sexy Red was going to be about. But what we didn't understand is that Sexy Red didn't care about you. She didn't care about your time.
Oh, no, we all knew that, too. We knew that. We knew that. That I don't know why people think that people need to care about them. Yeah, I know the world would be a better place, but let's act like we know what the world is. This is more that liberal, progressive, socialist bullshit where you think everybody's supposed to love everybody. Child, leave that shit in the 60s. That shit is over. Nobody gives a damn about you. Donald Trump does not like you. I don't either. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. Nobody likes you. Nobody cares for you. All these layoffs, I don't know why you think them corporations like you. They don't care. And you shouldn't care either. You're there to do a job, to get paid and leave. That's it. That's all. Y'all get too attached and emotional to shit that don't matter. And the stuff that you should be getting attached to and emotional with, you don't. Your kids, a husband, a significant other. Child, you will let a man sit up here and take care of you for 2 years after 2 brain surgeries and turn around talking about he don't take you on no dates. You should be kissing his damn feet. You should be honestly kissing his ass. Because God forbid, something. This is amazing. And I don't know if that's a thing, but God forbid something should come back and you have some more issues with your head. Then what? After doing all that? No, because y'all never think about the future. You only think about the right now and you think you want to brag on something. And y'all love degeneracy. Y'all can have that shit. I don't know how you would look up to that or allow your kids to look up to that. Celebrities are not the people that you should be having your kids look up to. Technically, your kids should be looking up to you. Oh no, what a foreign concept. Shout out to Generation X. When they ask us as kids, who is it that you look up to? Or who is it that you admire? Do they even ask those questions anymore? They used to ask those questions when we was kids. What did you want to be when you grew up? People used to say president, doctors, and stuff like that. Y'all stupid ass kids, because y'all was raising stupid kids, because you stupid gonna say, I want to be Sexy Red. I want to be Sukiana. And anything that might make some sense, you turn around talking about, oh, that's what white people do. But white people do it too. Half damn crazy. Romello, I appreciate you. He said, I'm waiting for the next Rachel Dolezal. Oops, sorry. Had Cam. Exactly. Shout out to Rachel. Rachel needs to get her job back. Clearly, Rachel needs to get her job back because anybody can be whatever they want, whenever they want, and everybody's supposed to accept it. Not me. Keep that craziness on over there with y'all. Do not bring it to me because I'm not conforming to that bullshit. I will never. Like that dude said, which I didn't get the video, where the white people called the man the N-word, hard ER, because they're not following their ways. What shows and proves that these liberal white women don't care about nothing except for about what they want. Those were liberal white women that called that man the N-word. And they're supposed to allegedly care about black people. Child, I done already told you how I feel about liberal white women. I don't know why y'all don't see it. You'll be getting played again. And I'm talking to the 92%. Y'all gonna get played again with these daggone liberal white women, like that lady, that the Black Lives Matter lady that went on down there in Minneapolis, went over there fighting for that white woman. Now her ass is in jail. Good luck to her, but not really. You down there cutting for her. And when was the last time you seen a Black Lives Matter person cut for any of y'all, or any of y'all that you know somebody where they needed help? Crickets. Straight up crickets. But whatever's going to get them in the daggone spotlight and get their face out there, they'll go ahead and do it. Even if the person is white. Just like the daggone National Urban League, or no, NAACP, I believe, whichever one it was that went down there and fought for that daggone white Democrat lady in Virginia. That's now the daggone governor, I think, y'all. Didn't want to sit up here and vote and endorse the black woman, even though your name is NAACP. National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, while you're working on advancing a white woman. Because like I said, and continue to show and prove, it is not about black, it is about green and Democrat. And Democrat brings green. And y'all fall for the shit hook, line, and sinker every single time. Now y'all down there mad because she taxing everything. We don't care. Good luck to y'all. Not really, though. Come on.
Only thing she wanted to do was get the bag. And I said it before, these folks are transactional.
This way they draw the line. You can be a gang member, a drug dealer, a pimp. You can shoot up the neighborhood. But you know what? You can't perform at Trump advisor's wedding. Boy, if y'all don't go that way, Sexy Red can perform wherever she damn well please. Whoever pays her to perform, hey, she's going to get the bag, right? Maybe
that's
the person who wedding was people's wanted her to perform.
It really, she didn't do anything wrong. This is her job. That's the other thing that I don't understand. People don't understand. Her job is to entertain. So as long as they paying what she asking for, she's going to perform. That's her job. Whatever your job is, when your bosses ask you to do it, you do it because that's your job. That's what you get paid for. So all this fake outrage, all this stupid ass fake outrage is y'all showing your asses on how you don't think anything through because you're too busy trying to brag about some shit with degenerates. Thank you, live from New York. He said, I made more last year than previous year and owe less taxes. Thanks, Trump, and F everyone else's emotions. These people don't know nothing about that. That's why I'm telling. Honestly, all them people in the Grammy room, I think I said this yesterday, they can talk all the shit they want to. They can talk all that ice shit because that's what's popular right now. That's really what it is. It's a popular contest. So it's popular right now, and it's something just that everybody is doing, and people just want to follow what the trends are, which is why TikTok is so famous and people utilize it so much. So if everybody is saying, oh, ice, ice, baby, or not that song, but they say that they don't like ice, they're going along with it. Most of them people who make all the money that they do voted for Trump because at the end of the day, they care about their damn pocketbooks. I don't care what nobody said. I don't care what nobody said. I know that California always goes blue, but don't tell me them people don't want to keep their money, especially when we have seen that during the pandemic that a lot of them couldn't afford anything because they spending too much damn money. So they want to keep as much money as possible. I feel like it's impossible to have California ever be anything but blue, but what the hell do I know? Anyway, come on, child.
It's funny how they expect celebrities to turn down money, but y'all ain't had no problem cashing them stimmies. When Trump was giving out them stimulus checks, I ain't hear now one of y'all say, man, look, y'all can take this check back because it's coming from Trump. I ain't catching this check. I ain't spending this money.
Then all of a sudden they'll say, it doesn't come from Donald Trump. It comes from Congress. They're doing their job. Interesting when you want to know something and then when you don't want to know something.
So you can spend money that Trump signed, cash that check, but Sexy Red can perform at not Trump's wedding, Trump's advisor, people's wedding or his advisor's wedding or whatever it was, right? I'm like, man, they something else out here, man. I believe people can support whoever they want. This is what makes this country great. And people can perform wherever they want if somebody's booking them to perform.
Oh, she's a transactional person. They dropped the bag and she showed up to perform. That's her job. She's just a performer. But you fools thought she was on your side. This woman don't care about you. She don't care about what you say. She don't care about how you feel. What she cares about is to get that money. And that's 100% for real. You can love it. You can hate it. But one thing for sure is you can't say I'm lying because you can see right here, she's going down the road that you don't like.
The biggest takeaway from this election is that the Democratic Party think black folks are stupid because they went and got the worst entertainers to talk to us. They went and got the lowest vibration of our black women to come talk to us. They didn't get no upstanding sisters to talk to us from Cardi B, Kelly Rowland. Oh, they didn't go get nobody. They went and got all entertainers who shake their ass and pop. So it showed me that our black entertainers are puppets, and not only they puppets, they lapdog.
But my real question is, why the hell do you care anyway? This woman made it, get your bag, whatever. But is she really somebody you were looking up to? I mean, Jesus, you got to do better.
No.
I just told you a little while ago, these leaders that they call leaders, this included Lena Horne, this included Dick Gregory, and this included comedians, comics, trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and over the black community by the white community and have been made celebrities and usually say exactly what they know that the white man wants to hear.
Thank you for watching the Tip Network. Follow us on all social media outlets. And
shout out to the Tip Network. Always got good stuff going on. Make sure we're going ahead and supporting that channel. Shout out to y'all. I see you. I appreciate you. All right, y'all. Listen, it is what it is, and none of that is a surprise to me. The fact that they're surprised is more of a surprise than the fact that there's a surprise that celebrities want to make money. What the hell do these people think that the damn Kardashians are doing? They making hand over fist. Hand over fist. Just sitting there making up, what is it? The panties with hair on them. Sold out. Panties with hair on them or child, whatever that mess was. I forget because this doesn't matter, but you know what I'm talking about. Sold out. You think that they're not getting a big, as they say, every single time they put something out. Every single time they put something out. You think they're just doing it to do it? They're getting paid for everything that they do. People still looking up to him. I'm not saying that, Black people do or don't, but I know plenty do. I know that's for sure. But anyway, we want to see some single mothers crashing out, or do we want to see go over to 5150 from last night? Single mother crash outs 5150, because I heard there was a lot that was said. I haven't gone over it yet. Billions. No one in that family will ever have to work again. Nobody in that family will ever have to work again. Shout out to Kris Kardashian. Kris Kardashian did that. When you think about it, y'all, Kris Kardashian did this. She took that moment in time with Kim and Ray J, sold it, somehow, some way made everybody want to have it, and then made everybody want to come after them, because Kim used to just be the closet cleaner for Paris Hilton. Kim used to be the closet cleaner of celebrities. And while they had money, because everybody's like, oh, they were rich. I mean, they was well-to-do, but they wasn't rich on the scale like they are now. They wasn't rich on the scale like the Hiltons. They wasn't rich on that type of time, child. They might be worth more than, well, maybe not the Hiltons, but they definitely up there. You don't know which 5150 or single mothers? Yeah, poor Robert Kardashian. I mean, whatever. All them people crazy, but them little kids are cute as a button. All of them, all them babies are. Anyway, basically, right? Exactly. Allegedly. And where is Ray J? Child, what is wrong with Ray J? He said he's going to not be here within a year. He's going to be on up out of here. What is going on with him? Let me do a poll, because I can't really tell what the hell it is that y'all want to do. Hold on a second. Because, child, there's plenty of crash outs. There's plenty of crash outs. That's not even a question. Let me do a poll. 5150 or single moms. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. Not both, Reaper. What the hell? I ain't got all night. Think I got all night? Lord help your people. Yeah, but Ray J's got some issues, child. Oh, he's got heart issues? Okay. Well, good luck to that man. Maybe he stay out the streets. Maybe he'll be all right. Allegedly. Yeah, I don't know. All right, we 17 votes, 18 votes. It's high on 5150, 56 to 44%. 25 votes. Come on, 25 people vote. Get it up to 25 votes. 18 votes. There's 83 people over here on live. 20 votes. 21 votes. Vote. 22 votes. Vote. 23 votes. Vote. 24 votes. It looks like it's 5150. Who took a vote away? 25 votes is 60%, 5150. All right. Who took a vote away? Y'all ain't shit. Woo, Lord help your people. Let me find it. Hold on a second. Y'all ain't shit. So allegedly, there was talk, of course, of Anton, talk of TLA, and talk of O'Shea, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Not a recount. Woo, y'all so crazy. This outfit, let me get this screenshot right here for the thumbnail, even though Corey's upset that he's in all the thumbnails. Well, that's what happens when you're going beefing with people. That's just how it works. Anyway. So this is from last night. Yes, because Anton said. I don't even think this is, and I don't know. I haven't heard it. I just heard about it. I don't know if it's more, I think it might be more about O'Shea, Joe Budden, and TLA. Now, how TLA got into this, I don't know, but we'll see. Let's hear what's going on.
Feet.
Motherfuckers just ain't check my resume because
they testing you, dog.
yeah, so
Because on the internet, this is what I found out the last 2 weeks.
yeah.
There are people that are on the internet who I believe get kickbacks for finding a way to make you mess up and say their name. I'm talking about, like, let me explain something to y'all. Rap music was destroyed by people they planted amongst us to let this version of the music hit and the revolutionary version of rap fade away. Because that's not on the BETs or nothing like that. Revolutionary rap is how we used to rap. Public Enemy and all that stuff. I'm saying there was a...
Yeah, shout out to the 80s and Public Enemy as opposed to Sexy Red.
People were proud. People were proud to be this brown skin. Now it's brag and rap. It's I got more than you rap. I got do this dirt rap. It's all like that. And I'm not saying some of the guys aren't entertaining, but they got out what they want out. Now, the reason I said that is because now the internet and these shows like this is what people are watching.
Right.
So they have to run the revolutionary brothers and sisters away. They don't want you in the algorithm. They don't want your influence out there. And a guy like...
Who is they? We already know that the pros are out here. Rolly, DL, or Clown, I should say, them three girls over there, CNN, MSNBC, or whatever the hell it's called now. They all here. Jason Black was on Friday night, and I think a few nights ago. Plenty of pro-blacks out here. I don't know what he's talking about. He must not be paying attention.
Me. Trust me. My influence is a lot bigger than even I thought. So I understand I'm under attack now by some major hitters. A lot of people don't know. Over at TMZ, Harvey Levins was one of the main prosecutors in California, the little moist boy. He is responsible for a lot of people who look like me being locked up.
Harvey Levin is responsible for having all the blacks in California locked up. Bueller, does anybody know that?
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Who knows that? Who's in California? Is that what we're saying? So not Cam, Harvey Levin. Okay.
And lady who I keep mentioning, Sean Hawley. They're like,
John, who is Sean Hawley? Sean Hawley. Sean Hawley. Sean Hawley. We have to suss this out. Oh, is it true? All right. So is this Sean Hawley? Not a black woman. Come on, y'all. Not another color. Come on, y'all. Sean Catherine Chapman Hawley is an American defense attorney. I guess it's her. Who did Sean Hawley represent? Sean Hawley is a prominent defense attorney known for representing numerous high-profile celebrities in major criminal and civil cases, including Kim Kardashian. What'd she do? Justin Bieber, Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton, Snoop Dogg, Michael Jackson, Tupac, and the Kardashian-Jenner family, handling cases from DUIs to complex defamation suit, and was a key member of the O.J. Simpson defense team. Was she? Did y'all know that? I did not know that. All right. Hawley was the on-air legal analyst for KABC Eyewitness News in LA for several years and has appeared on the Today Show and all the other shows. All right. All right, so this is Sean Hawley, y'all, if you didn't know. I don't know why he's blaming Sean Hawley, but Sean Hawley and Harvey Levin. Harvey Levin.
Connected together. They are responsible for so many men who look like me being locked up. This is the honest to God truth. I'm not making no excuse, man. And this is why, from day one, the narrative has been he had a gun. At the courthouse, they tried to sneak a case behind me and say he had a gun. Nobody out there saw Corey Holcomb up a gun. But this is how they get you locked up. They're pros at it. Did you hear what I said? I'm not talking to everybody. I'm telling the people who like, oh, that's what's happening. These people wanted to get me, a man with no history like that, locked up. So when they looked me up, they pushed gun.
So Sean Holly, excuse me, is dastardly or something y'all are saying. And you think that what Corey thinks is that that black woman just wants to lock up black men. Is that what we're saying? Is that what's going on? I don't know this lady. She got a whole host of people, but she's responsible, along with Harvey Levin, for putting black men in jail. Y'all saying she a nasty lawyer. What do you mean that she's a nasty lawyer, though? What can everybody hit the like button for me? Subscribe if you're new. What is she done to hurt the community? Sean Holly is what Monique Presley, who's also a panelist on Roland Martin's show and appears on the podcast with Angela Rye and Tiffany Cross, is what Monique Presley, who's also, so she hangs out with the pros. So she pro-black lawyer. She defended Tory Lanez at first and then used his personal info to prosecute him. How is that even allowed? So she fed information to the prosecutors? Yeah, everybody seems to be absolving that. Remember that lady whose daughter was sick and then she prosecuted her and the daughter, had sickle cell or something like that? Oh, Lord.
That's how you get black men grabbed off the street. Because let me tell you something, all the brothers and sisters, when I say brothers and sisters, I mean everybody. If you get into a physical altercation with somebody, they got assault, they got a battery, they got aggravated battery, they got different charges that can happen. But see, that's not profitable for people like Sean Holly and Harvey Levins. We have to find an angle to set it up where this guy is a villain. So what they do.
So now Harvey Levin and Sean Holly are conspiring against Corey Holcomb to take him down. Why? Why?
They're good at it. They're really good at it. They take a black man who come from the straight up hood and took my reputation that I built for all these years with their video and media power and turned me into a criminal.
Who thinks that Corey is a criminal, Bueller? Who thinks that I didn't think he was a criminal. I mean, all we saw was the video. I mean, it do look like you hit her, but don't make you a criminal. I didn't think that. Is that what y'all thought? Lauren says, Auntie, what she does is what celebrity lawyer Gloria Aura does, is try to destroy anyone who's a threat. Okay. Yes, because it gets them paid multiple ways. I wasn't calling him a criminal. I'm just like, people can be out here saying anything. So we just wait to see what happens. But Gloria Allred is definitely, something. So Sean Holly is the same. So is Harvey Levin the same? I thought he was just running TMZ.
In 1 week. And it's a lot of black people out here, especially I say black people. If you don't have a lawyer that is sincerely trying to help you, they're going to go get on Sean Holly and Harvey Levin's side and assisting them in delivering you to the system. I think I got blessed. And I believe this is going to lead to my biggest bag yet. Because I was ruined by a system that has ruined so many. If this is proven, there's a lot.
Is he ruined? I'm so confused right now. He's been ruined? He's been ruined, y'all. What am I missing? I think he thinks it is a lot more than what it is. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, Romello. Has he been charged with anything? I don't think so. He's still on YouTube. He was performing this past weekend. So what's changed?
People that Harvey Levin's prosecuted get out of jail?
I'm not sure. I don't know his history.
Because I think this goes federal once I get to showing the evidence I have. I think it goes federal. I don't know, but I have evidence that's going to prove how these people, we ain't worried about the dodo bird. The dodo bird, look, you saw the movie Trading Places?
I remember it, but that's early 80s. So,
man, this movie Trading Places, these rich people said, oh, look at that poor guy. He's on the street. And then they had one guy who was rich and doing well. That's what happened to me. Trading Places. They grabbed a meth head off the street and turned that person into a victim and good guy and made a man who has been in the community for all these years into a woman beater. So what I'm saying to you is this, man. It's way more going on than some man hit girls type stuff. It's way more going on. My voice on this internet, they don't like that. The Backdooria men, and this is all led by a black woman, Sean Holly.
Is he allowed to be saying this? Remember, he was doing this last week and saying that he couldn't talk, so he brought all those other people on to talk for him. But even though he was really talking, he was kind of talking through them. And me personally, and I'm only a YouTube lawyer, I'm sure that's not a good thing, right? So now it's Sean Holly, the black woman, that's taking him down. Y'all saying she's similar to Gloria Allred, but why him? Like, what happened? Yeah, please don't say that it's Anton. Please don't say that it's Anton. Why would they be coming for Corey Holcomb, y'all? Seriously. Why? Why?
This is all being orchestrated by a black woman. I can prove it. Sean Holly. She's going to come out. She's being quiet as she can.
He probably should stop saying her name. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong. Where is his lawyer? Shouldn't his lawyer be... Shh. Cut the feed. Shh. Put us on a break. Shout out to our friends. We were on a break. Quality said, did you forget about my sister who got arrested for that truancy stuff? This is how they work. No, we just talked about that a second ago. But I'm asking, why are they going after Corey Holcomb right now? Like, let's just say that it's true. I do believe he's a bit paranoid, me personally, but I'm not in this situation, so maybe he needs to be. I do believe he's talking too much, but why are they going after Corey? His ex-lawyer, they got beef. His ex-lawyer. His ex is a lawyer, or his lawyer he used to have? Does that make sense? All right, come on, child. Ooh, that's a good pose.
Because she really don't want to be part of this like this. She want to be in the background pulling the strings. But stay tuned, because it's coming. And on top of that, like on the meth head side of the game, who that person is coming out anyway. All of the evidence against that person is about to start piling up, because that person is, like I said, somebody who was a heavy drug user who used to sell drugs in front of Indian Pride. You didn't need all that's going to come out.
Child, was that supposed to be not Ebonics? What was it called? What was it called when you used to put the letter at the end of the word and then say A? What was that called? I forget. Is that supposed to be code? Sean Holly is his ex-lawyer. Sean Holly is his ex-lawyer. And so something happened between them personally or just lawyer-wise. And now she's Pig Latin. Thank you so much. Pig Latin. Shout out to y'all. So she's now coming after him because of something from the past. Lord have mercy. Y'all, I'm old. Yes, Pig Latin. Shout out to y'all.
That's nothing. That person's probably finna get arrested. But I'm just saying, y'all don't understand. This Corey Holcomb 5150 is bigger than anybody wants to give it credit for. And they want to shut it down. I thank the 5150 Army for standing on all these lames' heads. The 5150 Army is the reason I ain't got to do all the work by myself. We can't compete with TMZ when it comes to mass media. They got so desperate to get rid of us, they grabbed the big machine to throw dirt at me. But that'll all get cleared up too.
No, and that's why when Kevin Samuels was saying that Black people need to own their own story and have media, nobody wanted to listen. Nobody wanted to listen. He's ABCD, kitten heels, and all that other bullshit. Ha 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 ha. F him. He died. Ha 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 ha. It's so funny. Oh yeah. Now people are like, oh my God. They can just say whatever they want. You think? Oh, so y'all never want to listen. I'm not specifically talking about him. I'm just talking in general. Nobody wanted to hear it. Nobody wanted to listen. Here we are in 2026, and anybody can say anything at any time, and you got to be dependent on if people happen to come to YouTube, because that is where people get most of their news from, and then that's segregated at this point. So it just depends on who you're listening to. And hell, we don't even be having the same messages because we don't get along. So disjointed. So disjointed.
That'll all get cleared up too, because I don't know why I got to them like this, but it shows the power I have. I'm just running my mouth on YouTube. I don't run my mouth all the time. I don't stack videos and try to get you to keep clickbaiting videos because this helps me get some money. And I'm not knocking nobody who do that to get money. But some of y'all ain't even respectful with it. And my name and likeness, I told people, you know, I get a 5150 show to the game. I get us to the game, but that's got to come to a halt because it's this one African scammer. Okie dokie, that's what we'll call him, Okie dokie Jackson. This man has made so many videos with my name and likeness on it and got the nerve to talk crazy about me. This man said, I need to tell my lawyer what. I was like, he telling law now?
Now I know you effing lying. I know you effing lying. Just last week, y'all remember? Him and Craig was giving out the law. Say I'm lying. They was out here giving out the law, telling Anton that basically he could do nothing about his daughter coming out here because it's fair use. He didn't say fair use, but they said it's fair use. And then Craig was quoting the law, talking about and I'm like, oh, so they know the law now, and everybody gonna listen to them? Even though we sat here and went over what YouTube's policies are and specifically read it, but then they was like, oh, no, we can do that because why would they address it if they thought that they was doing the right thing? Why even address it? Y'all don't know what you're talking about. It's the law. Sounding like Nino Brown. It's the law. Y'all remember from New Jack City. Now, this week, it's a different story. He's sounding like Kendra Gilliam. He's sounding like Kendra Gilliam. Ain't that what Kendra was saying while she out there trying to sue MAB Dub? If it wasn't for me, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of this. Make your own content. Make your own shit. Make your own shit. You're not going to eat off of me. You're not going to eat off of me. Now, it was all good a week ago. Now it's somebody's out here making videos about me. Oh, so only if it's good about you do you like it. Does that not sound like Kendra? It's only if it's good videos and positive about me. But if it's a negative video, it's not okay. And now he got to put a stop to it. Oh, but when they was over there talking about Anton, it wasn't a problem. When people was talking about the kid, it wasn't a problem. And y'all came up with the law. It's the law. It's the law. It's the law. This week, now that you're going through problems with TMZ and Sean Hawley, now suddenly the narrative has to change. Sounding a lot like Kendra Gilliam's. Does anybody still watch that shit? Y'all must not watch it because y'all don't even bring it up no more. And I don't mind. You know I'm done with her. But this is not what they were saying last week. This is not what they were saying last week. Joe, we can roll the tape. It's last Tuesday's live damn stream, or maybe it's Wednesday, actually, the Tuesday after. It's the law. They can't do nothing. It's the law. The likeness is out here. We can use it. I'm a comedian. I'm going down to the ground, or whatever the hell it is that he said. My, how things have changed. Quick.
This is a motherfucker who couldn't hang with the streets out here in motherfucking California, so he moved back to a place where you only need 2 haircuts a year. This motherfucker wear my gear for street cred, but act like he doing me a favor. Talking super crazy like he is a lawyer. You all gonna see. Leading a nigga ass law. We had him up here and we all went to get something to eat. Leading a nigga ass law be talking mad shit and lying. Because I don't normally watch, but I keep seeing stuff. So I'm like, let me see what this is. And when I saw it today, he didn't do it on his YouTube. This is bait. They think I'm smart enough to say their name. I mean, they think I'm dumb enough to say their name. Everybody know who we talking about.
I was going to say, it's not like we don't know who you're talking about, but what did Lee do? If lead attorney isn't fair, then nobody is. I mean, I am, regardless of what they say. But if lead attorney wasn't fair, he don't be trying to talk about nobody. It was all if, because we watched it, if it could, the possibilities. He didn't say nothing negative about this man. He didn't say nothing negative about Anton. Somebody is a little sensitive around here, y'all. Somebody is a little sensitive around here. This must be a big deal. Whatever's going on with this lady with the improv and the weapon and Sean Hawley, and Harvey, this must be a big deal because this man sounds like he's paranoid. Now everybody is against him. That's not what we were saying 2 weeks ago. I thought everything was all good because you're a comedian. So that means everybody else can do what they want to do, right? Is anybody talking about any of this the way that they talk about Anton? I feel like I don't see a lot about it. Interesting how that works. Narrative changes real quick. It's all on tape. It's all on here.
Lead in a nigga ass law is part of the crew to come at a nigga.
Now everybody's coming after Corey. Oh, that's a good title. Everybody hates Corey. Everybody hates Corey. So all the Anton haters, are they going to talk about this? They're just going to let this pass and keep talking about Anton. Child, this is not what this man has been saying for the last few weeks. And now all of a sudden everybody's against him. Child, it wouldn't be surprising if I hear racism coming up now, even though it's all black people. He really thinks that lead attorney sitting around worrying about what Corey Holcomb is doing. I mean, I don't know about Sean Holly because I don't know her. I don't know. So O'Shea is O'Sheaing. What O'Shea does is what O'Shea does. This is nothing new. He gonna bleed a rock dry. Say I'm lying. O'Shea is gonna bleed a rock dry till there's no more rock. I didn't even know he was making that many Corey videos. All I see is Anton.
Yeah. Y'all was with me the whole time we saw him. Did we do anything to that man?
No.
I thought we showed him love.
Right. Yeah.
Man, this motherfucker lying like a motherfucker on the internet. This motherfucker telling people, so I called Corey's lawyer and I told Corey's lawyer that Corey said I could talk to you. I'm like, man, what is wrong with this man? Why is this man lying?
He does that very well, y'all. I'm just saying.
Hey, I tell you what though, leading a nigga ass law and what's the tampon, both of them told me they were very tight with Kevin Samuels. Now, I think Kevin Samuels was one of the great philosophizers.
I was going to say, how the hell Kevin Samuels taking strays and he's in the daggone ground? Rest in peace to the Godfather.
When it comes to talking to women in the history of the game. But I also thought he was moist, and I'm known for saying that. Man, these dudes in this moist army is after me.
Now everybody is A, B, C, D. Now everyone is A, B, C, D Backdoria. How did we get here, y'all? How did we get here? This is a reach, pause. This is a reach, pause. Now everybody's A, B, C, D because they're not singing his praises. Is that what we're hearing right now? So there can be no criticism. And I'm not saying that there isn't any. Let me rephrase. I'm not saying that there is criticism of Corey, but there can be no criticism. There can be no criticism. You can't say anything negative. You can't say anything but positivity and his grace, right? And everything is good. But as soon as you say something different or something that don't go with what he thinks it should be, now all of a sudden everybody is ABCD and everybody's conspiring. All the ABCD community is conspiring against him. Child, yes, yes, it's my way of saying gay. Yes, all inclusive.
Leading a nigga ass law. Okie dokie Jackson. Tampon. They mad. When I saw leading a nigga ass law trying to act like we did something wrong by making the joke about the picture with Cool Mo D or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Right. I was like, this motherfucker is really doing this shit? And I was like, okay. Let me tell you something. Tampon's offspring has won all kinds of medals according to what Tampon said. This is not a nobody. The motherfucker try to say, if you fuck with motherfucking people who not known. What was the word? Man, get the fuck out of here. Leading a nigga ass law, Tampon, okie dokie. Okie dokie makes so many videos with my face, name, and likeness on it. It's gonna come to an end. Enjoy it while you can. I've done things to put an end to it. To use Corey Holcomb's name.
I hope he didn't check with Kendra. I hope he did not get any information from Kendra. Is this another person that doesn't seem to know about fair use? So now all of a sudden nobody knows about fair use. Y'all, look at how quickly things change. Now everybody's ABCD. Wow. Now nobody's safe. I thought Corey was for blacks. Remember he was mad that Anton didn't talk about the white man. Did you talk about Epstein on this episode, anybody, Bueller? Because that is definitely a white man. Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, lots of white men that deserve to be talked about. Did big boy. Oh my God, I hope he did not get his advice from Kendra G or her lawyer, child. What in the heck can he do with regard to fair use? But remember last week he was saying it was okay to take people's likeness and put it on there and talk about them and say what they want. Remember? Y'all do remember. Tell me if you do remember him saying this last week, along with Craig and possibly the week before, because all this shit is running together, that you can get people off of the internet and talk about them if you want to. I'll wait. Didn't they say that? Didn't they say that it was okay? Didn't they say that it was not a problem and it wasn't illegal? Now this week is something different. Now this week, because of his troubles, now it's something different. This is definitely sounding paranoid, yeah. This is definitely sounding paranoid. Just last week. Wow. What happened to the tough guy? Ain't he the tough guy? Ain't he from the street? You know what I'm saying? I don't know about the street, but this don't sound very streetish to me. I could be wrong. This don't sound very streetish to me. I'll let street people elaborate on that, y'all.
Likeness like that, it's gonna cost you real soon. I never researched how to stop it because I didn't care until I see these motherfuckers smiling with me, but then lying on me and acting like I don't know what I'm doing. Remember you said it. This motherfucker Okie Dokie said, TMZ did the same thing to Corey as Corey did to Tampon. I'm like, how? These motherfuckers say.
So y'all trying to tell me that O'Shea made a video defending Anton? I ain't seen one. I mean, I haven't seen any lately. Did y'all see a video where O'Shea defended Anton Bueller? Has anyone seen that? Bueller? Shout out to Prince. His exact words were, "It's fair game." That's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. Yes, fair use. Thank you, Donna. Fair use. Wow. Not fair anymore when you're going through things, I guess.
I had a gun. Had somebody at the airport ask me about a gun.
What the hell does that have to do with TLA, O'Shea, or Anton, though? Nothing. So yeah, so is he thinking that all three of them and Harvey and Sean are all conspiring against him? Those five people. Those five people?
So Okie Dokie Jackson leading the nigga ass law. And Tampon, hey, I'm gonna pull you out the bag. Y'all phony, dog. Y'all phony. And I ain't gonna lie and say I don't understand it. Because there's so many people out here want me to say their name. Boy, it's motherfuckers talking shit, like egging me on, like the type of shit where they test you. Right. When you be like, hey, fuck you, motherfucker. I ain't finna say y'all name. Swim in the underground and drown, you trash motherfuckers. Swim in the underground and drown. TMZ made a campaign to destroy my name, and I done lost a lot of gigs due to this. But you can't stop me. Let me tell you.
Well, what does that have to do with the people on YouTube? That sounds like that's something that you should have issue with TMZ alone.
Why you can't stop me? Let me tell you why you can't stop me. I'm talking about you destroyed my credibility and everything, but the streets know who I am. I was with the streets this weekend at the homie birthday party, the homie Marv, one of the guys from LA. Street people know what I mean when I say that. Marv, one of the guys from out here in LA. Out here in LA, I met a lot of the guys through Laylo. Marv was one of the guys I met. I always look up there like Laylo gonna come from up there, man, because it still tripped me out. Law, I'm up here, I'm spitting the truth. Homie, this real. I met a lot of guys through Laylo.
John, is he dead?
I'm talking about the guys out here in LA.
Yeah.
The guys. So Marv, one of the guys who I met out here, and I was at Marv's birthday party, man. Marv from LA. You know, people in LA know who Marv is. Man, look, man. All the boys and girls from the streets. My last show I did, them motherfuckers was like, man, them motherfuckers, no, who don't get into it like that with somebody at one time in their life? But they wanted to show a video and a one-sided story at TMZ. That's how they destroy my credibility with the lames. With the lames, they don't know no better. They watch TV. That's their Bible. So they destroyed my name and reputation with the lames, the people who I was building up. I've been getting into my godly type of talk, but I'm just saying, it's like, yo.
Does he not right now sound like Anton when Anton just said that he's responsible for the sector? Of course, I don't believe that, but he's responsible for building the sector, and that all these content creators are his kids and 101 Dalmatians. You remember that video? So isn't Corey seemingly sounding similar with what he's saying? Maybe not specific to the sector. Child, this is definitely taking a turn that I didn't think that it would take. Thank you, live from New York. He said, what streets? Streets are dead. JNG members are busy arguing on, oh no. Is that what they doing? Is Clubhouse on the computer? Or you gotta be on your phone. I gotta check that out. Maybe we should do a Clubhouse. Go over there and run off at the mouth so you ain't got no holds bars like you do over here on YouTube.
That's what it is, man. I ain't got to spend the whole show on this. I just wanted to say that all you cats who use my name and likeness to make a living, all right, you can't stand me. That's why you talk crazy and greasy, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And Anton is not even doing that, and neither is TLA. I think he made one, maybe two live streams, and that was it. Y'all, this is crazy. This is not what I expected from the man that was sitting up here talking about, you don't ever talk about the white man. I expect him to be talking about the Epstein files and all those white men being found out. The dudes from UK, Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, even Hillary. Nothing.
We got to stop reading out the Bible now. Start reading out of the Book of Batman, out of a comic book.
Right.
Gotham City, verse 1. Man.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Craig.
Yep.
Darlene, you remember them kids who jumped on that woman in Chicago?
Yeah.
If that was your sister and you walked up, what would you do?
All right, I don't want to hear that. Because ain't nobody doing nothing about that, as far as last I seen anyway. But this is wild. This is wild. The difference of a week. This is not what he was saying last week. This is not what he was saying last week, y'all, which we already know. All right, I guess we got to keep an eye on this, child. This is half damn crazy. Oh, well, obviously, at some point, he said something about Joe Budden. I forgot about that. Which I ain't got time. Is that it? Child, I think that's it. Because I'm going to go to bed. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if I'm going to come on tomorrow. I'm not sure. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, I got to go into the office, so probably not. I usually would do a lunch show, but I got to go in tomorrow. And I won't do Friday. Maybe I'll pop up with something if something happens, but honestly, ain't nothing going on, really. I'll put out some videos, though. Cut this out, of course. Anyway, shout out to all of y'all, though. I see you. I appreciate you. Shout out to everyone that donated. Thank you so much. Shout out to all the mods. I appreciate you. All the new subscribers. I see you. I appreciate you. Turn on the notifications, y'all. I know that shit don't really work, but just in case, all right? Because you never know. I might change my mind and be on up out of here. But I am about to go get something to eat and carry my ass to bed. Shout out to all of y'all. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. I see you all in the next one.